explain how China has strategically taken over control of numerous African countries and Jamaica without the use of military force?
But in studying what they have done since my last visit, I was astounded and appalled to find out that they had made so much inroads into controlling and influencing the infrastructure of the Jamaican people. And in exchange for the roads that they built, the Jamaican government, unless this has changed since then, gave the Chinese total control over the toll money that will be made by people using the Northwest or East-West Highway. They built the Children's Hospital, which is supposed to be largely staffed with Chinese. They also gave the Chinese total control of all tourism on both sides of that highway that goes from one side of the island to the other. I was also told that they gave the Chinese the right to drill in natural rainforests in the Jamaican on the Jamaican territory for Chinese exploitation. Is owned by the Chinese. Exactly. If another race owns your port, that means they control what's coming in. They control what's going out. What about the drugs? What about the guns? What about the COVID? You don't know what them people bringing in. The Chinese have studied the way the white man has practiced neocolonialism throughout Africa. And the Chinese has learned that these black leaders don't really care about their people. They're all about their pockets. So I'm going to do what the white man did, but I'm going to do it one time better. I'm going to offer them double the money. You let me take over this land right here. I'll get the white man offer you $1 million. I'm offering you $3 million. And I'm going to build you a retirement home. And I'm going to pay for all your kids to go to college in China. They're outdoing the Europeans. You follow me? And they're giving Caribbean and African leaders offers that they can't refuse. Nobody is our friend, not the Arab, not the Chinese, not the Latino, except the African Latinos who identify with us. There's an African country right now. Is it Uganda? There is an African country who defaulted on their loan to the Chinese and they now own their national airport. I forget which, they own the airport now because they couldn't pay back the loan. The Chinese know what they're doing.
Corruption is a vile disease that sucks and drains the health out of something good. Corruption in society is an evil moral infection that keeps community in the state of perpetual sickness. Corruption is a moral virus. It's so potent it leaves its host sick, lethargic, and unable to realize and accomplish all that a well person can. Where corruption thrives, poverty and not prosperity thrives. Wealth is grabbed into the greedy, grubby hands of those who get fat on the toil and labor of good people. Corruption benefits, only temporarily, those who participate in it. Everyone else is a victim of the theft, the deceit, the dishonesty, and the lies that corruption feeds on. You need to know that a corrupt person is stealing from you. Corruption is filthy work and despicable acts of treachery done under the table and behind closed doors. Corruption is a disgusting shame. Corruption keeps a nation back from true development and from progress. Wise investors steer clear of a corrupt environment. They would rather put their resources into a place where the playing field of opportunity is equal for all and not bent towards feeding the financial lust of corrupt, lying, cheating, thieving politicians and government officials. How many wonderful development projects have been lost because the investors didn't want to do business in a swamp of evil? When those great projects go to another nation or to some other place, we all lose. Believe me when I tell you that corruption steals from you, it steals from all of us. Corruption plunders the nation's wealth. Corrupt people compromise on truth, equity, and fairness, choosing instead to feed off the short-term benefits of crookedness, exploitation, and financial perversion. Corruption is not just a personal matter. It's a culture. It's a way of life, not just for individual people, but for companies, communities, governments, and nations. Corrupt nations, hiding behind large companies, will seek to invest in other weak nations in order to take over the assets of the nation that they've invested into. They will provide financial loans to a nation for the much needed infrastructure, and they will do it with assets that they provide. They will sign contracts by lining the pockets of rotten government officials who participate in this kind of corruption and are then held hostage by their own deceit and greed. Corruption is nothing less than a form of theft and national robbery. A corrupt person steals from everyone in society.
Good morning, family. Oh, no, all right? All right, check this out. We're going back there this morning. It's like we have the Do the Water Jamaica and Appeal Lion cover up. And before me go there, so before me talk about the Do the Water, something come up on my mind while I was, making my tea this morning. Yeah. Let's play something real quick.
Hear this. US cable had said that Mr. Powell seems to essentially get away because he has managed to successfully forge alliances with his political superiors. Do you agree with that?
Well, they have analyzed it correctly. As I said before, the Prime Minister is complicit in this. She has taken no action that would suggest that the Minister could not make such future mistakes. He's still a member of her cabinet.
What's the opposition going to do about this further?
What? The opposition is very strident against this. Those questions, what will the opposition do? The opposition can't unappoint the minister. The real question is, what is the government going to do about this?
What kind of pressure
it is a discretion. I am adding pressure right now as I speak to you. We have written to the Prime Minister to make known our concerns. It is the Prime Minister who must act. And my job is to stimulate public opinion as well. So that the public is not misguided by opinion leaders who seem to be very comfortable with the low standard of governance that is being offered by this government.
What if the Prime Minister does nothing else, doesn't ask for his resignation or anything?
It reflects the kind of Prime Minister that we have, and the country must decide if we're comfortable with that.
Had you been Prime Minister, what would you do?
My actions would be clear. My actions would be clear and decisive, and I make no bones about that. I believe in a very high standard of governance. He would not be a minister today.
His apology to the Contractor General, saying that if he had said anything that could be construed as a lack of respect for the Contractor General's office, he withdraws those statements and apologizes. What do you make of that?
There are some lines that ministerially you don't cross. and apologies are not good enough to fix them when you have crossed them. He did that with the Contractor General. It shows a mind that does not respect the limits of his authority. And that's dangerous in a minister. And for a prime minister to accept that is to place the public's interest in peril as well.
Want to hear this damn hypocrite? Andrew Holness, you're effing hypocrite. These are the kind of conversation that drew me to Andrew Holness in 2016, you know. This is a zero tolerance. Good morning, people. How do? This is the type of Andrew Holness that attracted me and said, yes, we need a man like him. Jesus Christ, where this angel come from and fall out of sky? Where him come from? Why is this angel walking on earth? When we see Andrew Holness just a come out, never know say the man are the most liar this and most criminal we ever seen in office, brother.
All ministers under the new Jamaica Labour Party government will be given a job letter. That job letter has a timeline of 2 years and 6 months with key performance targets which are agreed upon by the cabinet, focused on two things: economic growth and job creation. Everything that they do must lead towards economic growth and job creation. Failure to achieve those specific targets within the time period are consequential. And then secondly, they will get a 90-day target. In other words, we want to be able to give a report card on the first 100 days of achievements. So they will get a 90-day target that they must achieve, and these are what we call the low-hanging changes that can be made within the first 90 days. And all of that is aligned to our manifesto.
Look on Jesus, Andrew. The man is so perfect. The man speak everything so proper. When in, I remember Richard Azan make them look shopping at the market. And the man says it's a dark day in Jamaica. I said, wow, this is an angel. It never happened nowhere before. Oh my God, this is Jesus. This is Jesus. Jesus. Wow, you bro God. The one they called him said, bro God to box. I can't believe my God. God of integrity. Never know say you're going to be the worst piece of shit Jamaica's ever seen. Huh? Can't believe say you're going to be the worst piece of turd Jamaica ever seen. Kuya.
Growth in the ceilings, and there are some pictures that show what is known as a petri dish, those round dishes that actually show the different colonies of the mold. And you can see that these are visual depictions of high levels of fungus in the areas that were swabbed. And the averages are way out of what would have been expected. Patients cannot be seen and treated in these areas. There are a lot of issues that come with mold inhalation, and the staff are at serious risk. And anyone who has worked at Cornwall Regional can tell you that working in a mold-infested environment does cause respiratory problems. You just feel sick all the time, and it may aggravate some chronic diseases. So we're putting patients and staff at risk while this cover-up is going on. Remember that...
Andrew, let me tell you something. I trusted you when you run for Porsche, you know. You talk all this thing, zero tolerance of corruption. One thing we know, Andrew, in 2025. Most people have said this.
Can't pull me again. You can't pull me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy scandal, we can't buy time. You can't fool me again.
Can't fool me again, such man. No, sir. We come to a level where the incompetence of your government, water come to in the farm of liquid doo-doo, coming to the people, them. Opposition spokesman, PNP, come out, come talk. We see them send out to a baby mama and a so-called businesswoman to come challenge your brother. We go to school for this. say the PNP see her, yeah, they let them clean her up since then she can get to buy some here. You know, you understand me, people. As she that, you know. As she come out and come talk against this guy. Jesse, we got school. The man who got school for this. And let me check out our credential and both. Now she has said the water, I lie the PNP I tell about the quality water. And let me tell you, say when I put out people, make sure you put out people qualified. Just like the Minister of National Security not qualify. Mr. Tufton not qualify. This woman that come tell me about the PNP a lie. Look who I tell you say the PNP a lie. So I say, you know what? Maybe she have the level of education that the guy who come tell me say the water not good. Have maybe she have the same quality of education. Maybe she have the same quality. But when we go and look for X, I say, hold on there. Me come here search for her credential and education background. She's a baby mama and a businesswoman and a counselor. Them couldn't even get nothing to put on them to create baby mama. Them couldn't say, all right, businesswoman and a counselor. The ad sitting pan if make it look good because it look lonely because it look like she not a credential. I mean, asked last night. Maybe me not find all her credential. If anybody know about her educational background, let me know. If somebody with no education can come tell you that the water you're drinking is good. When a man with education in that field, I come tell we say the water not good. So, you know, they might come out and a blast. But when we search, me go up on X, me say, hold on there. Her background. Me say, maybe, me not judge nobody. But me go do my own search. And me find she's just a baby mama, a businesswoman, who turn counselor. Simple. No credential. But me go over, me go look for this brother here. Me say, hold on, what go on here? And me look for the man credential. Me say, hold on, him have all type of sin. You know, and him study them thing here. And him a tell me say the water where I drink a do. And a woman who claims that she a businesswoman, I don't know what she sell. Whatever can be a business. We can sell 2 banana chips to a market and a businessman that. You are come tell me say the water is good. Very unqualified. Nobody not trust you know. Only think people trust you know. Una lose credibility. And the people of Jamaica if know the level of fecal matter una consume in our water. We not keep no cover up for you. They feed over
Morning
and over.
to our viewers on Facebook and those viewing us live on TikTok.
Yes.
I'm Nikisha Burchell, the Deputy General Secretary of the People's National Party and Information and Public Communications spokesperson for the opposition. Thank you so much to the members of the media who are here with us this morning for not just another press conference, but for an SOS alert for a national attention to be pointed at our health sector. Our public health system is in crisis.
Yeah.
And the lives of ordinary Jamaicans are being placed at risk because of...
Hold on, people. That video, me I tell you, me I play it again, because I want to share that video with a family member. Some of you there in Jamaica don't know what's going on. Stay up for them yang. Don't even drop out a tree. Saving a life, people. Because if you end up in one of these hospitals, there's no guarantee them have anything to save a life. So the Cuban doctor, them miss up there. When you believe what happened to the system that fall right in a hole. Please, me I beg you to listen to this, people. Me I play it again for a reason.
Neglect, delay, and misplaced priorities. Our spokesperson for health and public wellness, Dr. Dawes, will speak to you about what's happening at the Kingston Public Hospital, a hospital that is itself sick. Jesse James Clark, our junior spokesperson on health, will speak to you about troubling issues related to water quality affecting communities across Kingston and St. Andrew. Remember, when Jesse sounded the alarm and the government said it was not true? We have the evidence today. In the face of public health crisis and collapse, is the ministry's real priority to safeguard the lives of the Jamaican citizens? Where is the Minister of Health in all of this? Is he at sea searching for replacements for the Cuban doctors whose terms have expired. The People's National Party is raising these questions not to score points, but to demand answers for the sake of every Jamaican who deserves proper health care and clean.
Hold on, PNP. Stop messing with me. Come here, liquid me 2x4 now. Yeah, I raise this concern not to score points, but I raise a concern. Stop F around. Yes, you are scoring points. That's the whole nature of press conference and punch them hard. Stop act like you're not scoring points. If you are score points, don't even come up with that. Because the Labour, them do it so many times with them feel stupid ass press conference where they be calling the PNP. Do you know so them ghetto? The Labour ghetto. Listen to the vloggers, them the Labour bloggers. Appear disrespect and disrespect your PNP, them, you know? Not but disrespect people like some little child, name calling. Listen to the PNP's press conference. And then you listen education. Then you listen people who sound like say them have sense, intelligence coming from this press conference. No name calling, no bagga. So PNP, if I gain political points from this, so what? Stop telling people you're not doing it to score points, because I know you're doing it for score points and also to warn the people about the impending danger ahead. So don't come out and come explain to nobody if you score points or not. Yes, you score points. A politics, a election time now. Stop. Don't come around and complain with me, you know. Yes, you're scoring points. That's the bottom line of the press conference. So what? The Labour them do it all the goddamn time. Some cheap ass press conference with have nothing, no substance to it. Nothing but peer name calling and bullshit to some bunch of dunce people and man who have beat all them wife. Allegedly, I come talk to Uno. I come tell me saying I scored up on it. Don't make me hear say it again. Because else I'll be back on this platform with me 2x4. Don't explain to nobody if you scored up on it. Just go out there, go to your press conference. Push up your chest. Lick off the cloth off of them. So me want for the hear such man again before me go in. Let me tell you what attract me and man like Mr. Gray. Mr. Gray there, you wake up. Dwight Gray there, man. He said, listen to 28 bank account. Before we go further, Dwight Gray. Look at. Dwight Gray come from a PNP background. I'm a virgin. Right? We reason all the time. Me, I come from a PNP background. So many people come from a PNP background. But bro God won us over in 2016. Because what the man was saying, whenever I hear another politician say it, but that was the hook and the con. But we get caught up in that. So when they hear a con man, where we never know a con man, you know. Nobody ever knows one of the wickedest con man. We're going to end up with 28 bank account. When they hear a con man come out and say something like whatever they say, I want to listen again, you know. It's so innocent and me say that brother, you figure, yo.
All ministers under the new Jamaica Labour Party government will be given a job letter. That job letter has a timeline of 2 years and 6 months with key performance targets which are agreed upon by the cabinet, focused on two things: economic growth and job creation. Everything that they do must lead towards economic growth and job creation. Failure to achieve those specific targets within the time period are consequential. And then secondly, they will get a 90-day target. In other words, we want to be able to give a report card on the first 100 days of achievements.
I know people. I know. You see move tough tan it? You see move tough tan? All the people who are dead and tough tan, you see move tough tan? That man here, listen man. In past, I come back to haunt him.
Hear this. US Cable had said that Mr. Powell seems to essentially get away because he has managed to successfully forge alliances with his political superiors. Do you agree with that?
Well, they have analyzed it correctly. As I said before, the Prime Minister is complicit in this. She has taken no action that would suggest that the Minister could not make such future mistakes. He's still a member of her cabinet.
What's the opposition going to do about this further?
But the opposition is very strident against this. And, you know, those questions, what will the opposition do? The opposition can't unappoint the minister. The real question is, what is the government going to do about this? It is a discretion. I am adding pressure right now as I speak to you.
We don't hear no more of that. What is the government gonna do about this? Tell me. That's lad, man.
Safe water. After all, we are the land of wood and water. Over to you, Jesse James Clark, to speak to them about the water quality.
When it comes to your dream home,
Do the water. Be careful and do the water.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Jesse James Clark, and I'm the Junior Shadow Spokesperson for Health and Wellness. I'm also the chair for the Public Health and Sanitation Committee for Kingston and St. Andrew. No concerns were raised to us in our committee meetings about the quality of water in sections of Kingston and St. Andrew. And that is what prompted us to do a tour of several water treatment facilities in both in the corporate area and in the rural and some of the rural water treatment sites. We have seen results that are quite alarming, and we brought it to the public because we felt that not much was being done to make the public aware of the risk that they were being exposed to. After I brought these results to the public, I was accused of bringing false information and telling lies. However, I just want to highlight the results that we have here today that are projected on your screen. And I want to point to you first, look at this graph. What the bar chart, what is it showing? It's showing what the levels of coliforms should be. And just for everyone, coliforms, these are organisms, bacteria, aka germs, that are found in feces and also found in soil. And they are indication of the quality of our water supply. Now, the red line going across the bar charts running from your left to right, this is what the standard should be. So you should not have any of the coliform limits going above this 5% that you see that red line is connected to. However, if you realize, so Kingston...
Hold on, people, because it, like I said, here we go again today. I'm going to find the chart for Una, man, because me want you guys to see the chart. Let's continue, Mr. Jesse. Because we have to find the chart for the people. Jamaica people, this is important. I want you guys to listen to the state of the water we are drink and the hospitals. This ain't no joke.
So that means after the water have left the plant in your pipes, that's what it is. And this is suggesting in this case that there's something happening along the line after the water has been treated, because before it's okay. However, when you look at what is happening in our rural water treatment sites, it's very clear, as you can see from the graph, and this is NWC's results, by the way, that you have the at source, which is that blue bar, it's almost 5 times the allowable limit. So you have 5 times the amount of germs that should be in the water presently, and these are coliforms, which means that you have very bad water quality after the water was treated, because at source, this is at the plant when they have brought the water through their treatment process and tested it to see if the treatment process had worked. And you see that it's way above the allowable limit. And knowing this, the water was still distributed, and you have in distribution where it's almost 3 times the allowable limit, where it's at 17 in the yellow bar and for the rural communities. Now, this is not just a one-off situation for the month of February. For the rural areas especially, this has been consistent. And we understand why you'll have this consistent bad result or poor water quality coming out in the rural areas after our visit. The water treatment, we're not saying that you'll be able to do all the steps that you do at your major water treatment facilities, like a Constant Spring. But even in rural areas, you still have to take some measures to ensure that the water is safe for consumption. So for example, at your regular water treatment site, the water goes through several processes. For example, it goes through flocculation, which is where they add chemicals to bind with those fine particles that might be in the water, so that they can become heavier and settle out. You have sedimentation, which is where the heavier dirt particles settle and the water is basically clarifying the water to make it clear. And then that sedimentation, the clear water is removed. It is filtered, and it passes through several different filters, whether it's sand of different size filters to ensure that they remove any residual viruses, organisms that might be left back in the water. And then it moves from there to disinfection, where you have your chlorination taking place. However, in the rural areas, we're not saying that you have to do all these steps. However, filtration is a must. And this is one of the infrastructure upgrades that has to take place at our rural water treatment sites to ensure that the water is safe. Also, we're recommending that they install temporarily, they can use black tanks, or we call what we Jamaicans call black tanks or water tanks, and temporarily to have holding areas for the water in the rural areas so that it has enough contact time with the chlorine before it's distributed. You cannot be getting results that shows that you are having poor water quality at source and you're still distributing it to the public. Another major concern for us is how the Ministry of Health came out and said that the environmental division in the Ministry of Health, they came out and said that the water was safe for consumption in Kingston and St. Andrew, but at the same time, the NWC is producing results to show that it is not safe. So I'm now saying to the Ministry of Health that you need to get your house in order, and we need some accountability as to why you were saying that the water is safe when NWC is saying that the water isn't. NWC has also since then admitted that they're having challenges in the rural areas. And they have also admitted 6 days ago on their Instagram page that they have found samples positive for fecal coliforms.
Boy.
And they said that when they have instances of that happening, they will flush the line and they'll cut off water supply. And I'm asking the persons in the rural Jamaica if that happened. And we want them to now come and apologize for their misleading information that they have been given to the public and for trickling out the truth bit by bit.
Hey.
I'm also asking the journalists present here with us today for you to do your own fact-finding mission and get the results from the NWC, but not only get...
Hold on there. What the journalists in the Jamaica stand for? What them I do there? Them hear something like this. How come you see the journalists take them camera and really go hunt these things? People, that's what journalists do, you know? That's what journalists do. What the journalists them there? What are the journalists doing? You know what the journalists in Jamaica are contributing to? You know what they're contributing to? The journalists in Jamaica now help the people of Jamaica. It seems that they are contributing to one place. Whenever I see so much graves dug and ready, like Jamaica is at war, did somebody get some order? Hey, we're gonna need 1,000 a grave. Dig them, man. And it's about to give out permits to have more funeral homes. Have you noticed the amount of funeral homes in Jamaica? This government gave out the most funeral home permit, the most license to open funeral homes in Jamaica, the most holes in the ground, grave, maybe say mass cemetery complex. So I want to believe it's going to happen right now that the healthcare system is in shambles. I want to believe it's going to happen right this minute. Hey, it's been happening for enough people in Jamaica, you know, over the past years under this government. It's the most mother ever die in a childbirth in modern time. More than the 60s and the 70s. Is the most baby dead. More than the 60s and the 70s. The youth them a go sterile, can't have no baby. What am I doing with we? And I full up a country of some other people. Let's continue to listen to the damn cover up. Expose the asses.
I want you to visit these rural water treatment sites and let them show you the process of treatment that the water goes through, and you tell me if it's up to standard. Or the minister with the responsibility for water, and also the Minister of Health needs to come out and ensure that we are getting, the steps are in place to ensure that we get good quality water in Kingston and St. Andrew. Also, we'd also want to make the recommendation to the National Water Commission, similar to how we get the results from Petrojam about the pricing of fuel each week. We'd want them to publish their results, and if they're having issues in any particular area, they need to let the residents know the areas that will be affected by the poor quality water, and what has been done to correct those measures, and when it is safe again for the residents in these areas to consume the water that is being released. We have no issues with the staff at the National Water Commission, because after my visit and tour too as well, I understand you have a very difficult job and that you're given basket to carry water most times. So I'm also advocating for the staff at the NWC to receive the necessary gears, compensation, and resources to ensure that they can get to these remote sites and collect the samples, and to also upgrade these sites so that they can do their job properly. They cannot do what they don't have the resources to do. So the minister and the Ministry of Health needs to be the one that is overseeing the NWC and protecting us, the consumers, and to ensure that they stick to the standards that are there for them to be, for the water that is being produced by NWC. So once again, I just want to point out the inconsistencies between the results coming from NWC and the results coming from the Ministry of Health, the environmental unit, and they need to answer to the public and to Jamaica at large for that. And we need the NWC to come out, and anywhere else on the island, don't wait on us, or don't wait on us to come out and to say it. You come out and tell us all the other areas on the island that you're having water quality issues and what is being done to address it. In this case, we understand you have to do some infrastructure upgrade, or the results from your rural water treatment sites, they will not improve, and filtration is a big step. Thank you very much.
You hear people?
My favorite part.
You are one. Share the live.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Dr. Alfred Dawes, the shadow spokesman on health and wellness.
You do a good job.
Just over a year now for the People's National Party. During that time,
hold on, people. Let me tell you about Alfred Dawes. It's not the first me said on my platform. He might do a good job. He's vocal. He not stop talk. For the longest, he not stop talk, people. And debunk tough and lies. You think it's an easy job to debunk a man who is PR grandmaster? The grandmaster for PR stunt. You think it's easy? Yo, Alfred Dawes, I do a good job. Go there, Alfred, go there.
I have been highlighting what I saw as an impending crisis, or an existing crisis that was getting worse in the healthcare sector. To be honest, myself and my team, we did not know that things were this bad. Whereas we warned of a collapse, we didn't know that the system was actually collapsing in front of our very eyes. The latest storm or hurricane to hit the healthcare sector is the mold crisis at the Kingston Public Hospital. Now, as far back as last year, October, November, there were concerns about mold in the clinics. A study was done, and because of the JLP's response every time we make a claim to attack us and call us liars and purveyors of misinformation, we are making the report publicly available so that Jamaicans can see for themselves that an independent subject matter expert has confirmed that there is a mold crisis at the Kingston Public Hospital. They have moved out the clinics from that area, downscaled the size of the clinics and housed them in a separate room. But the problem still exists. The pitch patch work that took place at Cornwall Regional Hospital when that mold crisis first came to light about 9 years ago is the same sort of work that is taking place at KPH today. On top of that, there was a recent expose of the operating theaters not being functional because of the air conditioning units not working well. This was downplayed, but we did see that the 4 operating theaters are shut down now at the Kingston Public Hospital. And what has happened is that in that moist environment, mold is growing in the operating theaters. Again, this is being downplayed as something that can be fixed. But we know the track record, looking back at what happened at Cornwall Regional Hospital, And we are very fearful that the same thing is going to happen at KPH again. We as a nation cannot afford for that to happen. We have 2 Type A hospitals serving Jamaicans in the public healthcare system. Cornwall Regional Hospital is basically non-functional. Kingston Public Hospital has been the only Type A hospital in the public sector that has been carrying the brunt of all of the trauma, all of the specialist care across the island while serving the needs of the Kingston metropolitan region. Now, with KPH being downsized, it is a crisis affecting not just Kingstonians, but Jamaicans right across the island. Surgeries have been cut, understandably, because you don't.
I want you to understand, you know. This is after 9 years, you know. The man in the office for 9 years, things supposed to improve. Everything a crash. Everything a crash in the man. That means the man a look after nothing. And an extra $80 billion that was added to the healthcare system. And Mr. Tufton tell we. And in 2023 and in 2024, doctors are come from foreign and come expose we after them come and come to do surgery for kids for free. Hey, after Tufton tell us this.
This government has moved the health budget from $60 billion in 2016 to $140 billion in 2023.
Where the $80 billion gone? People, where the extra $80 billion gone? Dr. Alfred Dawes shouldn't be having this press conference. The PNP was running the country, the healthcare, with $60 billion a year. Here comes the labor right. Everything have to be trillions and billions for them, and the people have never see it. And what they tell me, say, look like the money are going to pocket. They will go call these numbers. And they put these money, allocate this money, and look like somebody just swindle the money people. That the healthcare was being run by the PNP with $60 billion annually. And they add 80, they more than double it. Just like the pay raise, they more than double it to 140. Look, from 60 to 140 billion. PNP, 60, labor right, 140. Under the PNP, was the A&E close up yet? With that $60 billion, have you ever seen mold in the hospital yet? Have you ever seen where the A&E closed down? Have you ever seen the doctor coming out, talking about the Bustamante Hospital with that $60 billion that the PNP used to run the healthcare system? So how is it they add $80 billion, raise the budget to $140 billion, and it's when them raise it to $140 billion, that's when hospitals start closing. Make sense out of that. Huh. Them are thieving people here.
Operating theater. They're on emergency surgeries and dire emergency surgeries only. Dire emergency means that you're going to die.
Listen.
And so you have to rush the patient to theater. If you have an emergency and you're not going to die immediately, then you wait until you become a dire emergency. Unfortunately, there are people who are, patients who are admitted at KPH now who will never make it to an operating room. They unfortunately are going to die waiting to receive service. They have tried to outsource some of the more urgent cases, cancer cases. The University Hospital, it has been a logistical nightmare. They're not getting half as many cases as they would have done. They're trying to do some at Bustamante Hospital in another piecemeal approach, but there is no coordinated plan to see how you're going to get surgical services up and running. There are some crucial surgical disciplines that we cannot afford to fall off completely. One such service is neurosurgery. With Cornwall Regional Hospital not having a fully functional neurosurgical service, we're left with just KPH. And now KPH does not have a functioning neurosurgical service.
Me say, if you ever hear that under the PNP, who was running it with the $60 billion annually? Me just ask you. So from what I'm hearing from this brother right there, so now you wonder why we're looking at these. They say if you never ever see something like that in any country you guys live in, most of you live overseas. Have you ever seen anything like that? For you guys who travel, where you live at? Some of you guys have traveled more than I ever could have imagined or dream of. Have you ever seen anything like that? Listen to what is coming from Alfred Dawes right now. He tell you what is going to happen to the people. Because when the hospital don't have these things for cancer patients, and them tell you must go out to a private practice to get help. You don't have no money. These surgery, the people them are wait upon life-threatening surgeries. A&E shut down at KPH. Look at Kingston Public Hospital. One of the most densely populated area in Jamaica. That is where they choose to shut down the A&E. People, you ever hear that happen under the PNP, and the PNP was running the budget with only $60 billion. Managed to keep them A&E closed. Whenever I hear them garbage are going, we continue to listen why them have them holes ready for you to be buried.
Which means that if anyone, anywhere in Jamaica, gets a fall or any head injury, they are in serious danger of dying from something that could have easily been fixed with surgery.
See that?
Do not feel that the university hospital can shoulder the brunt of all of the trauma, all of the complex cases that are currently being sent for their management. They cannot. One type A hospital in the entire Jamaica cannot serve a population of almost 3 million persons who are getting older, who have chronic diseases and get a lot of strokes, heart attacks, and we do have a high rate of motor vehicle accidents as well as violent trauma.
Yep.
So when you put all of those factors together, taking out Cornwall Regional out of the public healthcare sector, and now taking out KPH as well, we are in a serious crisis mode.
You hear that?
We cannot pretend as if it is business as usual. We cannot paint up a building and say that renovations are taking place. We cannot say that this was something that was inherited. We have to take decisive actions now. Again, other services that are affected, the ICU, when we spoke about ICU spaces and ventilators, the pushback was that it was simply not true. But the evidence came out from their own audits that we were lacking ICU spaces. Now, back then, a year ago, the ICU spaces at KPH contributed at least 7 total number to the bed count. Today, we're down to about 4 because the ICUs are non-functional, so they've moved them over to the Victoria Jubilee Hospital.
Wow.
So when you look at the whole picture, we are seeing a non-functional type A hospital, which was the last of the 2 that were supposed to serve the entire island. And with KPH out, we are in serious danger.
Want to hear? Cornwall Regional out, KPH out. Remember the PNP was running the budget with $60 billion. But Mr. Tufton, the labor right, them always add billions and trillions of winners. So the money I spend, like me tell all the time, them add an extra 80 billion, not 20 billion to the 60, you know? Not 40 or 30 to the 60. Them add $80 billion to the 60 billion where the PNP was using to run the country, and no hospital no shut down.
This government has moved the health budget from $60 billion in 2016 to $140 billion in 2023.
People, if a family member gets sick in this era this morning, there's no guarantee they must save on a life. I'm not going to listen to Dr. Alfred Dawes. No wonder them have so much funeral homes. People, this is not overnight thing, you know. This doesn't happen so you like an accident, you know. Look at everything that is forming right before your eyes. The time in Jamaica when they have the most funeral homes opening up, the government have never given so much license to funeral homes in the history of Jamaica. We have never seen so many holes dug in the history of Jamaica. And you're going to have 2 major hospitals. Why them target the one, Cornwall Regional and Kingston Public Hospital? One of the 2 of the most densely populated area in Jamaica, Mobile and Kingston. Is this an accident? To come here? People, is this just an accident or things happen, man? Things can happen, Carlos. And do you believe this is an accident? Why the Mobile Hospital shut down? For 9 years after $21 billion plus him want the next $5 billion, so to go for $26 billion Cornwall Regional Hospital. Non-functional. KPH, non-functional. 2 cities. The hospital in the 2 cities. You know how you may say? You don't think it's an accident? That major hospital in the 2 cities where we got. One at Montego Bay, one at Kingston. Hospital now work. Let's continue. Listen, Mr. Alfred Dawes exposed the dirt.
Please do not get sick. Drive carefully because you cannot be guaranteed that you will get adequate medical services.
You hear?
Now, when we...
Jesus.
There are some pictures that show the moles, growth in the ceilings, and there are some pictures that show what is known as a petri dish, those round dishes that actually show the different colonies of the mold. And you can see that these are visual depictions of high levels of fungus.
Hold on, man. After 9 years, you're like 2 hospitals locked down, and you want to come back to the people, and you find yourself with 28 bank account, and you come back to the people again. Let me ask you a question. Let me play this first, guys. This is very important.
In the areas that were swabbed. And the averages are way out of what would have been expected. Patients cannot be seen and treated in these areas. There are a lot of issues that come with mold inhalation, and the staff are at serious risk. And anyone who has worked at Cornwall Regional can tell you that working in a mold-infested environment does cause respiratory problems. You just feel sick all the time, and it may aggravate some chronic diseases. So we're putting patients and staff at risk while this cover-up is going on. Remember that this was a report that was handed over to the team at the Ministry of Health from as far back as November last year. I say all of this to say simply that the current administration cannot be trusted any longer to manage the affairs of the Jamaicans and their healthcare system.
That is true.
The response, as Jesse had said, is that you first attack the messenger. You try to cast doubt on whether or not they are speaking the truth. And this is why we are making all of our data public. There are some data, some information that was said to me in strictest confidentiality because of the fear of victimization. But more and more people are speaking out. You attack the messenger, you attack their character, and you get your subordinates and your surrogates to do so. So on social media, you expect to have a barrage of insults, and quite frankly, I've gotten used to it now. But, you know, I have just one thing to say to all of those persons who they're using on social media to attack those very persons who are trying to help you. They don't care about you. When I was in the public health sector at various levels, I would get a call from politicians to look after or look out for a prominent businessman or a party worker. I would never get a call to look out for a social media warrior. If you, unfortunately, are a victim of ill health and you seek services at the health center or the hospital, you will not be getting any favorable treatment because a politician is asking anybody. They don't care about you. So while you're there fighting amongst yourselves, it's allowing them to continue the rape of the system. And why I say they're raping the system, I have to bring up again, a drill was bought at the Bustamante Hospital for Children for $30 million. That drill can be sourced on the open market for $5 million.
Hold on there. Hold on there. A drill was bought, Pinckney Hospital, $30 million. When the drill only costs $5 million. I drill people. Them a milk the system. Them a gut the system. This is an accident. Montego Bay and Kingston Hospital. For the most densely populated area in Jamaica. No wonder them have so much graves and so much funeral homes. They planned this shit. They planned it all out. It was all mapped out. A drill for $5 million. The government tax we $30 million. People, the government are charged we taxpayers. Come tell we say them buy a drill for $30 million. When they drill a $5 million, because some people in Jamaica who go to China and make business off away. The medical equipment them, they go buy the cheap one, them the last. We see Dr. Alfred Dawes at a press conference before. Dr. Dawes mentioned, say, him go to China. And him look at the prices. And them buy the cheapest equipment. And them rake up the price. You know, hear the man say, a drill that costs, the government said $30 million. But on the open market, you can go on the internet and see the drill for $5 million. Why Jamaican poor people don't have nothing? Don't have toilet paper in our hospital. This is no accident in the Jamaica people. No man, this is no accident when the PNP are running with $60 billion and our hospital not close up. That means more lives are saved. Right now, if you go to hospital, you can't even get a respirator. That means you're going to die suffering from ear respirator, you know, people? Let's continue to listen to Dr. Dawes.
I have to ask, why is it that a government that is so concerned about taxpayer dollars is paying $30 million for a drill that can be bought for $5 million? Yeah. These are the questions that we should be asking instead of fighting each other. Yeah. The other thing that we have to address is the current minister's predilection towards shifting blame.
Yes.
It is never his fault.
No.
And it is always the fault of multiple administrations not maintaining aging infrastructure and equipment. But, Mr. Minister, there's a difference between fault and responsibility. If somebody leaves a baby on my doorstep, it's not my fault, but it is my responsibility to make sure that that child is taken care of and given over to the appropriate authorities. It may not be your fault, but it is your responsibility to fix the healthcare sector because you are the one in charge. So deflecting responsibility from addressing adequately the source of the problem in a meaningful way by saying it is not your fault, we are just no longer going to accept that, and we're going to be calling you out on
National in the Cayman Islands.
Up first this evening, officials at the Bustamante Hospital are on the defensive this evening amid suggestions by the Health Minister, Dr. Christopher Tufton, that they should also take responsibility for some of the issues plaguing the hospital.
TVJ's Kirk Wright spoke with Dr. Warren Blake, an orthopedic surgeon and consultant.
It has been a challenging few months at the Bustamante Hospital for Children. Orthopedic surgeon and consultant Dr. Warren Blake knows firsthand what medical staff had to do to keep the operations running. It is why he's concerned about the comments made by the Health Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton about the malfunctioning AC units in the operating rooms. The minister pointed to poor maintenance of the infrastructure by the hospital's administrators for some of the recurring problems. According to Dr. Blake, that's not the case. He referred us to a plan put in place back in April to fix the AC units in all operating rooms. He said if that plan was allowed to go ahead, problems with the AC units would be non-existent.
And that plan was to have been funded by the Chase Fund. The administration of the hospital was well involved in this, and when they sent to the ministry to get permission, permission was denied.
Who denied?
And the minister needs to also address the reasons why the permission was denied to go ahead with the plans earlier this year to fix the hospital. And it's because of this denial that's part of the major reason why we don't have any operating theatre functioning properly at the Children's Hospital at this time.
As it relates to suggestions that patients can do operations at the university hospitals of the West Indies, Dr. Blake says it's easier said than done.
In fact, one of our patients who were on the list for the mission was in fact sent to the university hospital to try and get her done through the hospital. She returned to us when she got an invoice for $1 million. All right, we were told that the invoice would probably have been waived, but when the mother faced with an invoice like that, she didn't want to go through all the problems to get the invoice waived, so she came back down to Bustamante Hospital.
Dr. Blake says for months now, he has had to be cancelling major surgeries because of problems with the hospital's AC unit. At the press conference, Minister Tufton also said it was difficult to get persons to maintain equipment. Dr. Blake stated the reason why contractors are reluctant to carry out servicing at public hospitals.
None of the suppliers want to maintain their equipment because they don't get paid. And if they do get paid, they get paid very late. So the ministry is looked upon as a very bad creditor.
Kirk Wright, TVJ News.
There goes the responsibility that what Dr. Daza talk about. Shana, let me acknowledge some people this morning. Shana Smith, good morning. Alki Bolan, HVAC service, Inkota, Toronto, Canada. Bless up myself in Alicia Wigan. Blessings. Diana Atkins, manners, respect. Patrick Goldborn. Yeah, man. Good morning, family. Enough love, see you away now. Redis Nicholson. Good morning. Dwight Green, my brother. How you do? You good? Christine Gilbert. Yeah, man. Lassam, you know. Bless up. Judy Roberts. Good morning. Dealyn Robinson. Good morning. Amoy. Grand Rising. Glenn Samuels. Wagala. Good? George Burke. Manners and respect, family. Jov Laird. Manners and respect. Elga Fletcher. Manners and respect, morning. Splash Digi. Mark Jolly. Yeah, man. Jaja's son. Abina Sarkody. Ivan Bradford. Don Fox. Noel Garden. Navlet Silvera. Yes. Miss you know. Christopher Campbell. Veronica Martin. Altia Lacey. Good morning, my beautiful people. Make we listen, Dr. Alfred Dawes, a real doctor. And one thing I want you to take note of. You listen to the press conference decent? No, me ask you. Do you hear them a call name and it sound no bagga and like them a tell lie and all them nonsense? Like when the Labour put on a press conference, it's all politics and the calling names. It's like the on the political campaign. The Labour press conference is like a political campaign in Nepal. Do you know the difference? You know, hear the difference, people? One sound like some dunce people are put on something, and the next one sound like some educated people. One sound decent, and the next one sound bagga. The Labour right is bagga press conference they put on. Pay name calling and picking things. You understand me? Listen to this press conference, people. Decent. This is a real press conference, you know. I'm telling you, I'm truly appreciative of this press conference. Dr. Dawes never feel I and I on a press conference. He no play. And I respect this man because him always vocal, a beat tough tan. May I tell you people, Alfred Dawes, him no stay quiet. Decent.
Should you try to do so in this occasion?
I didn't choose this job because it's easy.
On that, should you try to do so in this occasion? And the other deflection is usually that blame is cast at the feet of the senior managers of the facilities. And I want to speak to all the senior managers out there because when I'm doing my hospital tours, I'm always taken to the newly renovated sections.
What?
The bypass areas are the ones that are overcrowded. When you speak to the groundsmen, the cleaning ladies, they'll tell you the true picture of what is happening at the different health facilities. But we have this tendency to put out the potted plants and move the patients out of the corridors when you hear that a spokesperson or a minister is visiting. You need to stop that now because what that is allowing those who continue to pillage the system to do is to make it seem as if everything is fine and they're doing a great job while things are falling apart. And then when things are obviously falling apart, they will throw you under the bus. And may I remind you of that was what exactly happened at Bustamante Hospital when it was said that it was the managers and the doctors who were trying to hold up the system, who did not alert the powers that be of what was really taking place. So take sleep, mark that, and please desist from trying to aid in any cover-up and trying to make things look rosy, because it is obvious to every well-thinking Jamaican who is not blinded by political lenses that things are falling apart and they're only getting worse under this management.
After 9 years.
The question was asked, where is the minister at this time?
What?
Not sure where he is currently, but we do know that Jamaicans will be presented with a $3.3 million plane ticket bill for the trips.
Hear that?
The April Fool joke is that he left Jamaica economy class and he's coming back to Jamaica via economy class, but then all other legs are business class, amounting to over $3.3 million at a time when we still have mothers crying for their children to be able to get a CT scan after a motor vehicle accident. Priorities, my fellow Jamaicans, priorities. And with that, I close off, and I wish you all the best, because as I had mentioned before, we are in a crisis and there's no guarantee that you can get adequate medical care at any hospital, because if they have to transfer you to KPH, it is a problem. God go with you all.
Thank you.
People, one of the things, what the talking point of the Labour them a push out if the PNP ever build a hospital yet. What kind of stupid ass question that? That question is gonna fix the goddamn mole? Eh? The question is gonna fix the mole? You want to go back 30 years ago to find an answer to this mole? And that's the pattern of the Labour Party going back 30 years ago. Can that fix this mole, people? Can the question that them ask if the PNP ever build a hospital? Can this fix the goddamn mole? These people don't care about we, Remember, after the brother come talk about the water, don't forget that, May I make sure I highlight that before they go to the question, because we have the press in there going to ask them some question, I going to listen to them tipping Observer neck. Because it seems as if somebody push out Observer, make them call in and ask a question. And if you listen to the question the Observer asks, it's like them store up answers. I'm sure some Observer sorry them ask a question. They don't believe me. Because when they have the facts and listen to the press conference so decent, no man. Not one part in the press conference the man call name. Nobody, just decent. But the PNP, a hog pen press conference they keep. If we go and listen to the question and answers right now, these are the important part.
Much Dr. Dawes and Councillor Jesse James Clark. Now, if you are in the room and you have a question for either of the speakers this morning, please indicate by raising your hand. When you get the mic, please say your name and the media house you represent. If you're online on Zoom, please use the raised hand icon to indicate that you have a question, or place your question in the chat and we will present it to the speakers for you.
Decent press conference, people. No name calling, no bagga. Check it out.
Every business needs to answer one big.
Dr. Dawes, a good doctor, man. I like how he work.
Hi, good morning. My name is Sashana Small. I'm a reporter at the Glino. I have questions for both of you. Jesse, as it relates to the graph that you showed that exposed, that showed the contamination in our water, the 5% in the Kingston and St. Andrew area, is that figure representative of all of Kingston and St. Andrew, or is it specific to a particular plant, water treatment plant? You could, you're saying essentially that the water that we're drinking is unsafe. If you could, can you explain to us, what are some of the risks in drinking water with coliform?
This.
All right. Thank you for your question. So, just if I don't know if you're able to project the chart. So the chart is being projected again. So what we're seeing, as you see the bars, the purple bar that indicates for this at the source, that's where the water treatment is taking place. So after I've treated the water, they test the water to see if the treatment has worked. And the yellow bar is in distribution. That means at your pipes. So what we are saying is that in Kingston and St. Andrew, in some sections, especially your rural areas, so for example, persons who are served from the Griffin Water Treatment Plant, Susie Spring, Bilboa, those areas, and there are other water treatment plants in rural areas that are affected, they will be getting this, they would have been getting this contaminated water.
Wow.
Now, the NWC, in their admission, after they admitted finally that they were having challenges, they have said that they have done flushing of the lines and so on to make the water safe for consumption for these residents. However, based on my visit to some of these sites, I know that more needs to be done in order for you not to have these results, to get these results back into the normal range. So that 5% coliform you see running across the line going across, that's the standard. So anything above that is where you're having issues, and you can see for the rural areas it's significantly above, and for your distribution for Kingston, St. Andrew, meaning your urban centers, it's right at the borderline. So you asked about the coliforms. So the coliforms, these are organisms that are present in the intestines of warm-blooded animals, and also they're found in soil. So they are used as an indication of the quality of your water. So if you're having high levels of coliform, so these are bacteria or germs in the water. Having high levels, it means that your treatment isn't working or your water supply is contaminated.
So you have to tell me, say, after 9 years, such man find himself with 28 bank account, 300% raise, 28 bank account, $28 million a year, you know, 300% raise, and shit pan the whole away. A shit water we get. Hospital locked down. Crime a kill we. Two of the main hospital. So, fair man say, him a vote for a Labour Right Party right now. No one of them hold it in the ground, pre-built graveyard. No one of them they will not go vote for. If we don't care about the kids and the grandkids, or even on yourself. Can you imagine after 9 years, 2 hospitals shut down and give you a load of shit for drink? After you take 28 bank account, they get $28 million a year. I am Minister of Water. Who are the Minister of Water, people? People, did you know who are the Minister of Water? No, and Little Matthew is just the water boy. He is just a water boy. Sussman is the Minister of Water. Sussman have shitted at us after 9 years. Shit water. And this brother is talking about it, and guess what? The Labour Right come out and say, the water is high quality. Do you believe the water is high quality water? Let's continue. Listen to the rest of the press conference. Listen carefully.
So something is happening along the line that is causing these high numbers. And as you can see at source for some of your rural treatment plants, they are at 23 when the allowable limit is 5. So what you could have happening is persons being exposed. So when you have high levels of coliform, it don't only mean that it's only coliforms present in the water, because they are indicator organisms. It means that you could have viruses in the water too as well, parasites in the water too as well.
Wow.
And as you know, parasites can damage the organs, they can damage the intestines. Viruses can cause diarrhea, vomiting, illnesses like that. What you have happening, what has been saving us for the most part, especially persons in the rural areas, is that a lot of persons who can afford it, they buy water. That is part of the thing that has been happening, but it's not, that doesn't guarantee your safety. Because when you have contaminated water in one area, you do not know where that water will end up.
True.
Because why I'm saying that is that people catch that water and then transport it to other areas. They use it for cooking in other areas. And when you buy water from water trucks, some of them, they go to these rural areas that are not as heavily monitored to get the water from the line. And then they come and sell it to different areas, even some water shops too as well. So what you have happening, once you have them putting out water that is not safe, that don't meet their own standards, it means that you are putting the entire population at risk. And sometimes
people, that means that if we have our own test kit away yard, man, because some of we buy water from these trucks and don't know what kind of water, like everybody must have them own water test kit at them home and learn how to use it.
to get sick. They don't believe that is probably coming from the water. They probably attribute it to other source because they're expecting high quality water that should be coming from the pipe. But what we are saying is that if your own results are showing that it's not meeting the standards, you need to do something to not expose the public to this.
Such man like with shit water after 9 years, bro.
You guys signed your waivers. You're all
Expose the public to this.
But I know you're observer, you know, because they might get clapped down. Bow!
I have a question as well for Dr. Dawes. Dr. Dawes, the report that you cited was done last year, and I've spoken to the administration at KPH, and they said that since that assessment was done, steps were taken to address the mole in those areas that you highlighted, the urology areas and so forth. Are you disputing this?
Anybody can say that they're taking steps. Well, what sort of steps? If they're definitive steps, then there shouldn't be any problem at all for the clinics to be moved back into the areas that they have taken steps to address. They can't. The clinics are held in another area, and they have partitions and less rooms than before because it is still not rectified. And this is the same thing I was speaking about before. The administrations of the institutions need to stop covering up for the policymakers at the Ministry of Health. If they continue to do so, then they're going to be thrown under the bus and we will never solve the problems. So to make a vague statement like steps were taken, it is not telling the truth. It is specious. It may seem like they were addressing it, but it is not being addressed. It has not adequately been addressed. And if we continue along this path, we're going to get Cornwall 2.0.
Thank you. We recognize Jason Cross online from the Jamaica Observer. Please unmute and go ahead with your question.
Observer now.
Hi, morning, everyone.
Yeah.
Hi, Nikisha. Dr. Dawes, over what period did those overseas trips happen? And based on the information that you have, where did the minister go? Well,
people, somebody push him up and ask Dr. Dawes these questions. Yeah, that's what I say, people. But if never knows that Dr. Dawes had the receipt. I'm sure the observer or whoever put them up to ask this question probably sorry them ask the question. So they might ask Dr. Dawes, where did Mr. Tufton go and blah, blah, blah. Observer that, you know? You know, observer who? All right. Let's listen Dr. Dawes' answer.
From now on, I've made a commitment not to share or say anything publicly without having my receipts.
Hey!
And I literally have my receipts right here, and we can make them the redacted itinerary available to the public that shows that the business class tickets, they are over $3.3 million with the only economy legs in and out of Jamaica.
Hey.
So that can be made available for your perusal. As to why he's there and why he is traveling, that can be ascertained from the Ministry of Health.
Dr. Dawes, please release the itinerary. Redact, we want to redact, and release it because observer asks a question like they want. You know, somebody's push him out, it seems, and them ask a question, and now Dr. Dawes, I tell we know, because we never know, you know. So him have the itinerary. Put it out there, man, because we know observer never, ever thought you'd answer like this. You have the facts. This is a labor right press conference appear, name calling and arms house and picnic and pig pen. We. Eh? And man, we alleged to beat up them wife and make all type of nice and a call name. He never knows that Alfred Dawes have the receipt at backside. So now Alfred Dawes say, him can't make it public. No, you think they want this? They don't want that. So they shouldn't ask a question, then they probably say backside, you know, so we shouldn't ask that question. Dr. Alfred Dawes, redact it and shove it out to make we see it. Them answer it, you know. The news media asks for the information, sir. And when the news media asks for the information, please make it readily available to them so we can also see it.
Do you have a follow-up, Jason?
No. Jason gone. People, Jason from the Observer, no more question. He said, ratty, me put my foot in my mouth. You know, you understand what happened right there, sir? He got asked one question, believe say Dr. Daz I got fool. He not understand where the minister gone, so he run over mouth. Ask him if he know him gone. Dr. Daz have everything, how much it costs and every damn thing. Release it, Dr. Daz. Jason run gone.
Another question for you, Dr. Dawes. Are you satisfied with the government's response with the Cuban doctors and their relationship with Jamaica?
Again, it was a nebulous response, and we are still left with no clear answer as to what is happening. So it has been the norm for several outgoing prime ministers in the Caribbean to speak definitively on where they stand with respect to the Cuban medical program. I think it's only fitting that our own outgoing prime minister speaks about it definitively.
Another question here says, any update on the billions of dollars unaccounted for at the Ministry of Health?
Yeah.
Well, they have a deadline. I believe it's either, I think it's May. I don't know where they are with respect to that. Again, the response was that it spans administrations not accepting any fault or responsibility, to say that, you know, after 9 years, you could have caught up with what the other administration left and not add to that backlog. But it's the modus operandi that we have to deal with. We just hope that we can get some fulsome answers, because there are some serious questions that need to be asked about the spending of taxpayer dollars at the Ministry of Health. And I think nothing short of a fulsome audit of some projects would be warranted when we assume office.
Of course, man, we got prison.
There's a question for Councillor Jesse James. What's your message to residents of Kingston and St. Andrew? Should they be drinking water from their pipes today?
Right, so my message based on the response from until NWC comes out and share the results, and also tell us the infrastructure work that was done to improve the water treatment process in a lot of these facilities. They should definitely, I recommend they should always boil the water before you drink it. And I know a lot of persons use household filters. Those are also helpful to as well to get some of the contaminants out of the pipe. And you see the evidence too. When you're changing those filters, you see what is left back in them too as well. So, and wherever you are, not only in Kingston, St. Andrew, but on the island, and you're getting any indications of poor water quality, to report it. And we want all the municipalities across the island to pay attention to the reports that are coming in from both NWC and the Ministry of Health, and to question where these samples were taken and when they were taken.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, just one other thing that I didn't touch on. Cancer care. We are facing a cancer crisis. Much better. We are currently facing a cancer crisis. If you look at the Kingston Public Hospital that does a lot of the cancers, because they cannot get CAT scans and MRIs to properly stage the diseases and work up patients, even get proper investigations like colonoscopies to diagnose the cancers at an earlier stage. We're seeing far more advanced cancers being presented, and the outcomes are a lot worse. Since they stopped the outsourcing of diagnostic equipment, the government stopped paying for it. A lot of people who cannot afford these diagnostic equipment simply cannot get them. And so they have to wait for inordinately long periods of time to come up with the funds before they can get these scans, and that delays definitive treatment. It simply means that if you are poor and cannot afford to pay for private diagnostics right now, you are far worse than somebody who can call in a favor or find the money to pay for such diagnostics. It has reached even the point where simple hernias.
Listen that.
We're not operating on simple hernias.
Listen
we're
that.
operating on hernias when they get complicated and present as an emergency. This is just showing you how bad things are, because these are the conditions that, if treated in a timely manner, would never get to the stage where there are.
So people are telling me say Jamaicans are dead from the simplest of stuff out there. Simplest of stuff. That's why them have all them holes. Good God. Make we finish listening to boy.
An emergency. But we are facing a cancer crisis in Jamaica, and the numbers are telling us the true picture.
Thank you very much, Dr. Dawes and Councillor Jesse James. Jason Cross asked earlier, where is the Minister of Health at this time? And as Dr. Dawes outlined to you, we have a copy of his particulars.
Hey!
It's not our practice to make these public, but we believe in transparency and accountability. And we know the Minister of Public Relations, the Minister of Public Health and Wellness, Mr. Tufton, will come to the public with his own spin on this. What has been brought to our attention is that he's somewhere in Asia, somewhere in India, Dubai, Manila, Hong Kong, Delhi, New York, somewhere along that trip. Doing what? We don't know. Could it be that he's searching for replacements for the Cuban doctors who've served Jamaica well over the multiple years? Could it be that he's on a personal trip? We are not sure. We also do not know if it is a taxpayer that is paying for this $3.3 million trip, but we hope that when he gets back home safely, he will alert the country as to the nature of his trip.
Wow.
What we've heard here today confirms what Jamaica already knows. Our healthcare system is stretched to a breaking point, and the government is not moving apace with urgency or the focus that the moment requires.
It crashed, people, it crashed.
With operating rooms shut, wards compromised, and basic medical tools out of reach, can we honestly say that an expensive trip overseas right now should be the priority of the minister and the leadership at the Ministry of Health? These are questions of priorities, of leadership and responsibility to the Jamaican people. The People's National Party is demanding more than just acknowledgement. We're demanding action. Immediate remediation at the KPH, independent testing, and full transparency around hospital safety. We want strengthened systems to ensure our water supply meets acceptable standards. Is that too much to ask for? And clear accountability from the Ministry of Health on how funds are being spent.
Wow.
This is about the people. It's about ensuring that every Jamaican, regardless of status, has access to safe water, decent health care, and leaders who put Jamaicans first. This has been a press conference from the People's National Party, and we will continue to hold this government accountable, even if we have to drag them there. Do enjoy the rest of your day.
What a decent press conference, people. Lord, sir. What a decent, me say. What a difference. What a difference. No name calling on them dirty paper and the people are paying name calling the labor they come with it. What a decent press conference, people. Now, before we move on, I'm going to show you something again. Remember, the labor came out and they responded to this press conference. They say the water is of high standard. High quality water, rather. They say the water is of high quality. This councillor lady I saw. she come out and she slam this brother right here, so Mr. James, who just spoke at the press conference over the water. And when I search the internet, trying to find this beautiful woman's educational background to see if she have any authority to speak on behalf of our health, behalf of our water, to speak like that. You know, if she possess any authority to talk like that. And me say, you know what? First, me go for Mr. Jesse. Because me go and him have him stuff everywhere out there. He show him educational background. And me say, me pull it up a little bit more. Just a few of him qualification. And the man qualify for chat. So me say, you know what? It's only fair to find out if this lady, you know, can't judge a book by the cover and just see somebody and just say, boy, you understand me? So it's only fair, let me go see the comparison in education. Maybe she have some, you know, reason why she talk. But me go find, me can't find anything, people, believe me. Her educational background is the hardest thing to find. I mean, I ask someone in the comment section who know this woman. She even got high school, and which high school she got. No disrespect to nobody. And I'm not on my platform trying to make anybody look dunce or sound dunce. But only thing we could have found is a baby mama, a businesswoman who turned counselor. What kind of businesswoman there? Could have said stick weed and bag cheese chicks and you're a businesswoman that. You could have a mall, a plaza, you're a businesswoman. But them couldn't find anything to add to her credential more than a baby mama. Because they never say a wife and a mother. And you understand what I say, people? We know they put things down, you know. So we never say a wife and a baby mother, a businesswoman and who turned counselor. That's her credential for come out and tell Jamaica, say, we are get high quality water. That's the, you hear me say? That's the credential she have. Where come out, come tell me, say, the water is high quality water. No, people. Let me move. If Mr. Christopher Campbell there and him same guy Jamaica the other day. Hold on, let me read some important. Mr. Campbell, if you're there, you want to come tell me what I want. Anybody want to call in, tell me how you feel this morning. I want hearing the voices. So someone place something in the comment section. Mr. Campbell, same guy Jamaica and him have some experience down out there. He tell me, if you feel to come share it, me see you put in the comment section some of it, brother. You just buzz me and make we talk about it out here, because that's the only way we can fix Jamaica. And if we expose these stuff and we discuss them, we can no longer sweep them under the rug and go like some little picnic with the finger and our mouth and cry. Now, we see a very important comment in the section here. I'm going to read it for you guys. It come from Kryptonite. Kryptonite, me never know say a doctor. Jaja, blessings, man. Thanks for your service. Come no say no easy. Kryptonite, may I go to your message. May I say me find it, family. Because Kryptonite did place some serious hold on, people. May I try to find it. Very important. So what Kryptonite was saying is that, can you imagine, me never find it yet, but if Kryptonite was saying, all right, Sita, imagine doing an emergency surgery and having a language barrier, graveyard setting. Another lie that, you know. Different language barrier, people. Even if you know the English, there's a heavy accent, people don't understand you. So Kryptonite say also, as a medical doctor, I'm concerned about the said recruitment from Philippines. When the Cubans came in COVID, I assisted with translation. No, I was not taught Tagalog. Wanna see what I want there? Kryptonite said, as a medical doctor, I'm concerned about the said recruitment from Philippines. When the Cubans came in COVID, I assisted with translation. No, I was not taught Tagalog. Dangerous people are going on so. All roadway here going there. The dirty water we wanna drink. The bad health care we have. The mold in the ceiling.
Growth in the ceilings. And there are some pictures that show what is known as a petri dish those round dishes that actually show the different colonies of the mold. And you can see that these are visual depictions of high levels of fungus in the areas that were swabbed. And the averages are way out of what would have been expected. Patients cannot be seen and treated in these areas. There are a lot of issues that come with mold inhalation, and the staff are at serious risk. And anyone who has worked at Cornwall Regional can tell you that working in a mold-infested environment does cause respiratory problems. You just feel sick all the time, and it may aggravate some chronic diseases. So we're putting patients and staff at risk while this cover-up is going on. Remember that
you hear that, people? Parents and patient and staff at risk. Remember how they go in a Cornwall Regional Hospital, a lot of people down there were inhale the most, sick in the people. Yeah, I think people drop out down there too. That mold is serious like a lung cancer. You must not, when we there in Jamaica, we did not know anything about black mold. A foreign will come learn about that. Listen to this argument, people. Our Jamaica now want serious spot, you know. Very serious position we find ourselves as people. Very, very serious position, people. We'll see what I'm talking about. Right there, the bad health care, the water. You talk about Cornwall Regional Hospital. You talk about KPH. In the two cities, the two major hospitals and in the two cities, now function, people. Is that an accident? The two most densely populated areas. People, is this an accident? So now you know the rest of the story and what I go on there. So now let's hop on for my donkey and go down the road, people. You're not going to believe what I'm going to read for Uno right now, because we're in a serious problem. No, like serious trouble with that, people. As a Jamaican, we're in a serious trouble. Because when the youngster them can start the crime at a younger age, we're gone. From the book of the Star, a 12-year-old boy from Spanish Town, St. Catherine, is to appear in the children's court on April 3rd on charges of allegedly stealing $150,000 and electronic devices from a house break-in his community last month. So he broke in our house in his community last month, 12-year-old youth. 150,000 gone, electronic gone. Now, as a 12-year-old youth, imagine you as 12-year-old. People may wonder if them think that they dip our mind as 12-year-old. You have broke house, electronic. We had electronics, you know, and $150,000. Look at youth, 12-year-old. What going on with the nation, people? Something wrong, you know. Jamaica need a moral reset. Remember, I'm hear Mark Golding speak along that line. The country need a moral reset. We also hear about the 11-year-old boy. 11-year-old boy will drag a 6-year-old little girl. And the worst happen. And the 12-year-old, you can look like, say, him a got picnic court, he's held accountable. But the 11-year-old, it seems as if them still want to come back to school and no accountability. You know, hear me say, people? The members of the 12-year-old boy, you know, who steal 150.
To being sexually abused,
Hold on.
especially not by their fellow. We are deeply troubled by this incident, you know, as schools should be looked at as a safe haven for students and not one where they should be vulnerable to being sexually abused, especially not by their fellow students. As soon as this incident was brought to our attention at Sisoko, on Wednesday, March 12, we launched our own investigation into the matter to see how best we could intervene in the best interest of both children involved. The young victim has been referred to the Ministry of Justice's Victim Services Division for counseling, which has already begun, and the older child was referred to the Child Guidance Clinic for psychological intervention. The CPFSA is continuing its investigation into this incident, and we will be doing home visits as well as community assessments for both children. We will also be doing a visit to the school to obtain further information to aid in our investigation.
People, this bad, you know? Oh, God, it bad, people. We youth them, something wrong with the youth them. We have to go fix them. Are we are adults, you know? Are we a parent? Are we a government? Are we arrest? Are we prosecute? Are we sent to prison? Are we send them to jail? Are we feed them? Are we clothe them? Are we call a shot? Are we shelter them? How is it that these little youths gone south? Something wrong with the adults? Something that we're not doing? Or there's something that we're doing? We are exposing the youth them to too much sex. Everywhere, in the music, everywhere. Big artists come on stage, woman and all some Jamaican artists who are female, all them do a shake up body, and that is out, that played out. No, stop it, please, no man. Make you think about the youth them, no man. The youth the way I do the gun music them, where is the regulation from the government? Have you ever seen the Minister of Culture calling the artists, them, the producer, them, the sound man, them, and say, sit them down on a board in a boardroom or on a table, and see how we can in a forge a better way going forward when it comes to the quality of music we are put out there to the youth them. Have you ever seen Babsy Grange do that? Have you ever seen Babsy Grange call all the gun artists them and see how we can have better music? I would give incentives to the producer who produce the most conscious music. That's what it's gonna take. That's what we're gonna do to move a country. Too much negativity in Jamaica. The country are falling in hell, people. Morally, we're gone. We're bankrupt as a people. Look on the good now, man. All of us, man. We must take this thing. We must take responsibility for what we have made the children them come to. How we do it, you know, people? People, we adults. We can't get up. People now raise themselves. People now feed and shelter and clothe themselves. Kids are like a sponge. Pure. Them born pure. And they are filled with whatever we expose them to. Them soak it up. It's like a sponge. I tell a clean piece of sponge. Kids are like that. I saw them born. Naturally, every kid worldwide. And they are filled with whatever adults put in them, good or bad. You know, hear me I say? Kids are filled with what we pour in their vats. They are like sponge. We are turn the youth them one way, and we see where we are going with the youth them, you know. Me show them the big bus them where the Toyota Coaster bus them. We are rock with the youth them two side. Let me ask you a question. You never see a coaster driver a carry tourists like that? Me ever see a coaster driver will carry tourists, I drive tourists in a bus? May I ask you that again? Have you ever seen a drive coaster where carry tourists drive like that? A rock two side and the type of music them in it. In and out and in and out. Me put it in. Me take it out. In and out and in and out. And I pick in the bus and I go to school, you know. By them go to school, them so pumped up and amped up. Teacher can't talk to them. Picnic can't step on them shoes. When they go back home, parents can't talk to them. They're fully grown. And are these things we are exposing you them to. Morally, we need a recheck. Morally. Me tell you about China with the recheck when them do over there, you know. The reset, rather. China had a reset over there where kids under 18-year-old, you can't depend on video game more than 4 hours for the week. 4 hours a week you get in China if you're under 18, if you play a video game. What I say? 4 hours a week. China make that a law. Reset him country. It is something wrong with the youth. Them sitting around video game for hours and hours and hours and over the house are burned down. You can burn down with the youth them night. Them run the video game. They don't care about nothing. Not even food they want. Yo. So China said there's something wrong with that. So China change the law over there and reset the younger generation. I tell you now. And the future they are setting up. So if you're 18 and under, you can't depend on video game for more than 4 hours for the whole week. Tell one of them youth in the West here, say I'm got 4 hours you have for the whole week to play a video game. And you need to see if you want to do half hour today or 45 minutes today, 45 minutes tomorrow, because you only have 4 hours on the video game for the week. You can tell the youth them that in the West. When they come from school, they play more than 4 hours in a one day. And in China, they reset it because they need adults in the room to see where things is going. And if you want change, you have to reset it. Even though people not going to like it, you have to reset it. Another thing we see China do again to reset their country. Every man in China have to dress like a masculine man. Every female have to dress like a feminine woman. You can't be on TV, be a star, an artist, a model, then a magazine, billboard, and all that, dress like a woman when you're a man in China. You can't dress like you're man when you're a woman in China. China, a couple years ago, China changed the law. It's called reset. I think every civilization need that at times, and Jamaica more than need that right now. So now China changed the law. No man can walk around there just like no woman in China. Them in the batty thing over there. No woman can walk around look like a man in China. It is the law. Go check it out if you think I lie, me I tell. So China reset. I know that reset is going to work. Look on it. Simple. The youth that is born after that law pass, him not going to see no man just like woman in them life. Think about the baby we born, or the kids that were born already, but they don't understand nothing. The youth that will come up in China. Them have them uncle, them auntie, the star, the celebrity, the TikTok star, dress man are just like woman and woman are just like man in China. So the young youth, them are going to come up now, the baby will come see something different. Them never, you understand me, people? It's going to be back to normal for them. Where man just like man, woman just like woman, so they're not going to see nothing what they want to follow. And in China, guess what them do? They suppress Western media. A different Facebook them have over there, you know. For them things different. So all the nonsense what we are getting with social media, so and they think all that the TikTok how we have there China with the nonsense, they make that for women to make we look bad out here. Yeah? So Jamaica need a reset right now, people. Look on it good. Now, the reason why we need a reset, check out it. England found the relationship between violent music and violent crime. That means what? You can't go there. Me see artists from Jamaica go there and every show get cancelled. Me see that before. You can't go with your gun music, go incite more violence, and like you are a terrorist, and you train the youth to become a terrorist and terrorize the country. Why we say terrorist? Because imagine the government is enforcing laws in the country to stop a certain crime. But that is the crime someone who is more influential than the youth, them parents, and even than the politician is promoting. Artists are promote all type of negative stuff that the government has tried to stop, and you go to jail for that. Imagine, people, that something that the government has tried to stop, things where the government has tried to stop, dance our artists are promoted all day, every day. How are we going to make a change? If you don't cut off the neck off of the snake, we need drastic change. It's going to hurt some people, but who gives a damn? Save the future generation. Now we have 11-year-old. I drag like a 6-year-old now. In a class. Yo. Now film look a future. Shady right now. Shake up, not you. 11-year-old look a boy. Do this. Did this to us. 6-year-old. People, you can't make this up. We need to protect we youth them at all cost. Then we have a 12-year-old. I broke house, $150 million and electronics. That sound like something where a 25-year-old man would do. You just 12-year-old. So what happened to the mentality of the youth? So what we're seeing right here is the youth them get wiser at an earlier age. The laws we have on the books, that was for us. When we start have the sense of a 12-year-old when we are 18. Them a 12-year-old, the knowledge what them have And when we are 21 and 25, you don't believe me? When the 12-year-old have 20, when we are 25, we don't have the knowledge where them have. May I repeat? When we were 25-year-old growing up in Jamaica, we don't have the knowledge where them 12-year-old nowadays have. I want you guys to know the kind of generation we are dealing with. So the laws and the book put on there for some dunce people like we, ignorant people like we, when we were growing up. So we all when we reach 25, them a youth at 12-year-old, them surpass our knowledge. So what kind of youth we are dealing with? So why we make an 11-year-old drag a 6-year-old go do what him do? Why we make a 12-year-old go broke house? 15-year-old, a gunman. Me just see them arrest a 15-year-old the other day and his mother for the death of a salesman. Me just see them arrest a 15-year-old the other day, him and his mother, for the death of a salesman. Now 12-year-old a broke building, take out 150,000 allegedly, plus electronics. Now another alleged crime by a 11-year-old. Drag a 16-year-old go do what him do and violate. Can't you see we in serious problem? And if you're an adult right now looking what else these little kids are going with a Jamaica, that's true. Police will lock them up and then they get caught and all these things. What else these little people do? What else these little 8-year-old, 9 and 10 doing? What else? What else are the 10 and 11-year-old doing in Jamaica? Imagine your age at 10 and 11. Imagine that. No, them are youth are doing. We need a reset, people. We need a reset. The youth, they need change. We can't have artists. This is the reason why government have to regulate stuff. You can't allow people who not have nothing in them, no moral compass, and do what they want to do with society without government coming and come stop it. If you follow some of us will come on social media come have raw sex. No lie. People, some of them have nothing in our way. We don't have no morality. You know, so some artists do on stage. You know, so some artists shake up them ass and kill out them crutches. No moral compass. So you have society, allow them there. You have to choose what if you want them in a venue or not. You have to have control over that. So that's where the adults come in. So some people now have no moral compass. And if you allow we people, we don't have no moral compass, we will come on social media come have raw sex. Happened before. Who can remember when Facebook just started? We see enough of that. People that on social media have raw sex. It shows that some of we don't have no moral compass. And if allowed to go out the way I do, welcome to society. So that's why you have government regulation. That's why you have Facebook, YouTube regulation. You can't come back and do certain things, they're going to chop you. When them time when Facebook just are coming, them never have no regulation. Them brand new. Them just try to find them footing. Enough time I go up on Facebook and I see raw sex. When I have sex, say, what I go on there, sir? How I go on a John shop here? Early part of Facebook. So if you allow people without moral compass, they will do the worst to society. They will make the little youth them turn into some things. Imagine man with them own kids. Come out here and sing certain things. You got your mother. You got your grandmother alive. You got teacher who you got school. They look up to. People, me could have put certain things in our music, you know. Because me have people who me respect so much. And me think, me could never put myself in that position there. Me have kids that can listen to my music and my grandkids them. Forever. When you record something, forever. Even if you believe say pitting and your grandpitting them come and say, look at grandpa I do on social media. I'm going to dig up all the grandpa music now. You hear what grandpa teach? My grandpitting them, sir. Hey? Pay nasty these people. Artists are promoting. Every day, they are promote. They are marketing. They are promoting and marketing. And they are registering nastiest music in the world, the gun music. That's the nastiest things in our society. We need a moral reset, Jamaican people. If we get that moral reset, it can help us, you know. We need it no matter who it going to hurt. Yo, you fight against this and that. Go away. Fight against immoral people. Fight against immorality. And that's what I fight against. Yo, now fight against youth and youth. Move from your song, we don't have to hear that. Because as far as I see on my platform, if you're out there every day and I sing gun music, you are inciting violence. Why would you go up on stage and you are tell people say, about gun and this? You are inciting violence, family. You are promoting terrorism. What you are doing is hurting the society, teaching them how to come hurt the society and become a nuisance and a terror around here. So if you feel that you should go in a studio, go promote and encourage and market something where the government are trying to stop, like murder, like hitman, like drugs, like every negative thing in the book, artists go every day go promote it. Right to the bloodstream of the youth. How are we going to get a change from that? Ain't no change coming, family. Because the government over here so try to work hard to stop certain things. And the man, they were more influential than the government. More influential than the youth, them parents. Your parents are more influential to them and youth than the artists. Them boy will sell out their parents to them and artists here. No politician are more influential than artists. So when you have the most influential people in the country setting the pace, promoting, marketing, echoing and bellowing stuff what the government have over here. So I try to fight hard to stop. So we're fighting a losing battle. When in England, police don't even carry gun. In Jamaica, police coming to school for any little thing. Them have big old gun. Stupid. It's a stupid look. Everywhere see police with long gun in Jamaica. And let me tell you, Jamaica, you don't think it's a good look? When I murder the youth them in Jamaica, and police are walking around with a big gun, and when I tell Marco Rubio about crime down, no man, it look like a war zone. Tell me which part of America and see police are walking around with a big gun or so. Tell me. And police have long gun in them car, Them have long gun in them car. Tell me, people. You tell me which part in America you see police are walking with gun. So what can I look at for Jamaica? I tell them, because they want to come out of this travel advisory, but they're not smart enough. They don't know about optics. The optics of police walking around Jamaica with big guns. And they roll as soon. They must say, why going to Jamaica? Why are going down there? Why everywhere in Jamaica we see police with long guns? Tourists. That's a shock to tourists also. I wonder how everywhere them go, they must see police with long gun. I don't know what to tell America say the crime down. No, man. Crime can't down when police have big gun all like at school. And England police will carry gun and then find a relationship between violent music and violent crime and you can't subscribe to that in them country. But we have so much crime and police affair carry gun in a school, long gun. We see those, and we have produced them a type of music and we don't see nothing wrong with it. Yo, something wrong with we adults. We adults, I tell them, I don't blame the youth them. Can't blame Picnic, man. What do I blame Picnic for? Are the youth them? We can't blame them because the youth them are sponge, them born pure and filled with and soak up whatever we the adults put in at them. Picnic no answer. They're born pure and clean and we mess them up. Now let's move on to Flavor before me show you something I saw. Flavor. Now me she come out and attack and I see them a promote it. Them still up. Let me tell you something with that labor right here. Sitting with my week and 2 weeks ago. Them have the money, them still promote it on them the news media, Flavor also. She still at the news from the look of field budget stuff, yeah. If you're looking at the news, people, in them mouthpiece news station in Jamaica, we look like them bought out. If you go in it and you look, and you see, the labor at them still a post something like every day from Flavor press conference, like she had the best and the brightest and the best press conference since sliced bread. Come here, people. Come here, real quick. Flavor. Let me ask you a question. You over financing right now. The Minister of Finance you are. People don't believe say Flavor qualify if sit down in another job here when she still need to give an account for the $902 billion that is missing while she was the Minister of Education. The Minister of Education. She was Education Minister and $902 billion is still unaccounted for. Come here. You can't trust that woman here. You don't believe anything she say. She then push out as finance minister, but hold on. Don't forget where she come from. The education ministry where the most money sucked out of. You talk about the ministry will lose the most money. Education and youth, $902 billion still unaccounted for, Flavor can't come forward with the paper them, You can't blame Dana. You can't blame the new education minister for this. Because she just coming on the seat. for the past 9 years. No eyes, no that, no T's, no cross. Flavor, no that, no eyes, no T's, no cross, it seems, as a education minister, where $902 billion is accounted for. They push out on a wheelbarrow in a parliament, dress her up like she a young girl, and we if you believe what she say. May I ask if you no trust her? You no trust her as a finance minister? When we have unfinished business, while she was an education minister, education and youth. Education and youth. Everybody come and it seems as if over there them leech. Them leech. Want to rail read. Want to Miss McLean. Such money dede. A ramping shop. And now she, $902 billion. We need answers for that flavor. Them take you and push you out on wheelbarrow in a parliament. Dress you up nice. Nothing but PR stunt from this government people. A woman who can't give account how $902 billion has been spent at the education minister as she as an education minister over there. Then push her up a wheelbarrow again. Become the finance minister. Come to backside. Don't remember go read the Auditor General report, you know. Because remember say, the Labour Right Parliament, the JLP Parliament spent $6 billion and never tell nobody, you know. People don't go read the Auditor General report, no man. About $11 billion, if I'm not mistaken about the numbers coming out of it before me. Missing from the Prime Minister office, you know. And him not tell, him can't tell, how much billion, I think it was $11 billion, unaccounted for in the Prime Minister office, you know, people. 11 people. 11 billion missing from the Prime Minister office unaccounted for. Him now keep no good bookings either. No good bookkeeping. Parliament. Listen why I believe, say. I might be wrong, you know, and stand to be corrected. But listen why I believe, say, Parliament stole $6 billion. If you come in my house and you take me or Bridget or whoever, family member or whatever, you see me have some money on the dresser, but me not there in the yard. You know, but you there in my yard, your key, you come in my place or anyway, and so you want a $20 or $100 and you take it up off of my dresser. Or in my wallet, right? And you don't tell me say you take it up. Not thief it. Come here, people, if you have a friend come in your yard. Them see you have some money on the dresser, then take away $20. When they are not fall asleep in your bed, you go to the bathroom, go pee. But $20 missing, and your friend not tell you about it, and not thief that. May I ask more if you understand, if I'm me alone, if I'm stupid, me stupid in my thinking. That's why I always refer to comment section, because it's a community engagement, and I'm me alone runner so. Me a student in our class. Tell me, if somebody take out $20 out of your purse, your bag off your dresser, and don't tell you about it, and I steal it. So this $6 billion that is missing from Parliament, that they did not report. No report on it. That means that them not tell nobody about it. $6 billion. And not thief it. And you understand, keep no good housekeeping. Everything is just loose. And when you look on it, it go right down to the hospital. Everything just loose. No, Mr. Tufton, when we start reporting on the first Auditor General report, when the Auditor General reported $1.7 trillion. That was before we hear about the $3 trillion. That is a different report. I want you guys understand how far we have followed this thing from. Auditor General came out and said $1.7 trillion is unaccounted for. One at a time. All right. Mr. Tufton office, I will report that. The Health Ministry had $700 billion unaccounted for. Remember? It was $902 billion from the Education and Youth Ministry. And $700 billion. Billions we are talking about. Everything up here B. Yeah, and then it got a $3 trillion gone now. You understand me? So it was $700 billion under Tufton that was unaccounted for. When you come here, people, things must make sense in every sentence. So now, instead of Mr. Tufton improve it and make it better, since the Auditor General report exposed that information, same now keep no proper bookkeeping. Now it get worse. Now it have gone up from $700 billion unaccounted for to 830 are 850 billion people. People gone up to over 800 billion. Instead of you give an account for the 700 billion, we bust you out. No proper bookkeeping. Still a choco down the road and spend money. Now that eyes and cross, no tease. It gone to about 830 or 850 billion dollars now. Unaccounted for. Them now keep good bookkeeping, man. So, before me leave people, this morning, me gonna see how much police kill at Jamaica this morning. Come me gonna compare to me. The tracking police violence up here, so. At my fingertip. So me gonna tell you now how much people police kill at Florida and Texas. The last time I spoke with you guys, if I can remember clearly, the number in Florida was 21 police shooting at the start of the year. Was it a week ago? Or 4 days or something like that, 5. We did that video about that line. It was 21 people got shot by killed by police in Florida, and it was 22 in Texas. Now let's look at the figures today. We're gonna see, if Jamaica kill more people, we are going on the figures today, people. So in my hand, we're ready to go. Tracking police violence. Me tell you guys can go on it too and do it yourself. So now the police have killed 268 people in the US so far in 2025. I repeat, and this is very important. So this one call for a quick break so you understand where we are going with this. To the mark, to the hole. Welcome back, people. So we have 268 people killed by police in the United States. I'm talking about today's statistics. It's in my hand. I'm not talking about yesterday or last week. Right? This is current numbers. These are current numbers. So this is 2025. The US carry 50 states. And 50 states, and they have 268 police shooting. Comment section. Can anybody tell me how many people police shoot at Jamaica so far this year? Anybody with information, please put it in the comment section for Carlos so we can put context to the argument, please. Let's go to, me always use Texas and Florida. Big state them, and them a gun state. Let's go to Florida. Florida, since me last me talk, Florida have killed, police killed 22 people. Police have killed 22 people in Florida so far in 2025. So you see, so there have been 20 days so far in 2025 when police kill people in Florida. 20 days. So whether them kill 2 last month, 5 the month before, and the rest this month, no understand, people. Jamaica, you can put Jamaica and Florida 13 times, and Florida over 200 and odd cities. So I want to make you understand, Florida have gone where people have gone upon them, in them pocket, in them waist, in them car, a whole armory in them house, because people stock guns and, keep them for souvenir or whatever reason. So is it Florida police not taking out more people than Jamaica? Why Jamaica police them take out so many people? Look at it, people. Police have killed 22 people in Florida so far in 2025. That means the police don't go encounter the youth them without have killing them on their mind. Any encounter with the youth them dead. Any encounter with the Jamaica public them dead, and couple this fake ass story always. They found a gun with 5 bullets tonight. And we as Jamaica must accept it. Good job. No people. No people. And that's a crime. People are murdered. Them are murder Jamaica people. When you see the grave when I showed a while ago, when you think these things are accident. Them are murdered away from our front. Them are burn the candle 2 end. The 2 end of the candle is lit. More than 2 end, and then the middle too. Now pay attention. So police have killed 22 people in Florida so far in 2025. How many days gone so far? Within April, so January, February, March. So in a 90-day period at 20, so your police them go 50 days without killing people. Or 52 now, what? A different day now, don't? So police in Florida go over 50 days without shooting people. Look, there have been 20 days so far in 2025 when police kill people in Florida. So you got over 50 days, man, 51, 52 days in Florida, police don't shoot nobody. Jamaica people. You think police arrest nobody during that 50 hot days? May I ask if Jamaica pass a day when they murder somebody, police will murder somebody. Florida is a gun state. And Florida have gone over 50 days where police don't shoot nobody in Florida. Only 20 out of a January, February, March, April we in and now. All right. Let's go to Texas. Texas, you can put Jamaica in Texas 40-something times. Yeah, man, over 40 times you can put, that's all Texas big people. Yeah? Texas. Since me last talked to you about Texas, remember I tell you I was 22 in Texas. About 4 days ago or something like that, me do a video 4 or 5 days ago. So police, since then, police only add one to it and add one to the list. In Texas. Police have killed 23 people in Texas so far in 2025. There have been 18 days so far in 2025 when the police kill people in Texas. So we have about 92 days in the year, 91, 92 days, people, if you can check. A year so far. Say 91, 90. All right, leave that 90 because we don't start. Because say 3 months, right? So you have 90 days at this year so far, the amount of months, 3 months, right? We're in the 4th month now. And out of the 90 days, only 18 of those 90 days, police shoot people in Texas. Jamaica, we are going to go. When I speak like this, somebody come out and say, Ray, no. We are going to go. Texas, where you can lift up Jamaica and put in it 40-something times. Texas have 1,200 cities. 1,200 cities. Eh? See, Jamaica, me know say number must more than 60. Sandra Richard Samuel say, maybe about 60 or more. More than, we're supposed to brush up on 70, man. Anybody with the figures in a Jamaica, with how much people the police kill out there, may I show you what is going on is not normal policing. Every encounter with people picnic, you kill them. Every encounter is like, you're dead. That is what's going on here. More people going to be dead today. Look, out of 90 days in a 2025, it's only 18 of those days. That state, we can put Jamaica in a 40 at times. A state that have 1,200 cities. 1,200 cities. In and around any city, you can find gangs with guns. You name the gangs. Real gangs. Even them gang tattoo sign upon them. Real gangs, people under them head. Them sign, they put all them sitting there. People, real gangs. How is it? It's only 18 days out of the 90-day police shoot people in Texas. We have 1,200 cities. And you're accepting this. See, Corinne Griffith said, 83 people got killed in Jamaica. Look at that. Good God. Good God. 50 more than Texas. We have 2 cities. Texas have 1,200 cities. You can lift up Jamaica, put in the 40 at times. Police in America, they're not afraid of bad man. They are not lack of resources. They are not lack of resources. They ain't afraid of you. They will come out, out there all hours until you come out of that house. They ain't scared of no bad man and they no lack of resources. So how is it that little Jamaica with approximately 3 million people and 2 cities, the police are murder people like that? Is it an accident, people? And they have the grave already dug? What are we doing? So now we have in California, you have police have killed 37 people in California so far in 2025. There have been 30 days so far in 2025 when police kill people in California. So only 30 out of 90 days, police shoot people in California. All right. What other state to know I'm look pan? Let's see what I'm going to do in Alaska. Police have killed 4 people in Alaska so far in 2025. There have been 4 days so far in 2025 when police kill people in Alaska. People tracking police violence. You can go up on that website any given day and see what is going on in terms of police shooting or so. So nobody can tell no foolishness. And I can see Jamaica. Nah, man, you say Jamaica murder the people them. You see Jamaica murder people look for foreign. I find this, you know. Let's go to New York. I mean, I go to places where I have Jamaican, you know. New York. I see me find New York people. I find New York because I see where I go on which part have enough Jamaicans. Because Jamaican interested so. New York. My backside. Are you serious? Police have killed 2 people in New York so far in 2025. Police have killed 2 people in New York so far in 2025. There have been 2 days so far in 2025 when police kill people in New York. Yeah, wow. So New York, low key. Only 2 people so far this year, people. Jamaica gallop. Jamaica gallop. Oh, something wrong, people. Me know nobody come tell me nothing. Something wrong. Let me go to New Jersey. Police have killed 0 people in New Jersey so far in 2025. Only think Jamaica have gun and gangs like foreign? No stop play around. I murder the people out there. Call us, I call it. Bar it out. Bar it out. New Jersey, not 1 person. But it seems as if every encounter with the people them at Jamaica, man dead. Let me say we can go to our Atlanta. Let's go to Atlanta and see what I go down there. Atlanta? What on there, man? Georgia. Yeah, Georgia. That's the state. Jamaica did it too, you know. Police have killed 6 people in Georgia so far in 2025. There have been 6 days so far in 2025 when police kill people in Georgia. So you tell me, say, and each 6 days, is that 60? Maybe them kill 1 last month, 3 this the month before, or 2 each month. We don't know, but each encounter a 1. You can see there have been 6 days so far in 2025 when police kill people in Georgia. So I want to wake up people and say, when I going to go out and take it for. When I eat that boy, man. When I hear that, I'm going to show no, man. I'm going to pull up this tracking police violence, people. Pull it up and look for yourself. It is very active. You know, you can, search by state and search by many different things and see what I go on. Let's go to Tennessee, see what the hell I go on at Tennessee. Just for the fun of it. Police have killed 8 people in Tennessee so far in 2025. There have been 8 days so far in 2025 when police kill people in Tennessee. So what did I say? So police have not killed 2 in 1 day, more than 1 in 1 day in Tennessee. 8 days out of 90 days. Jamaica gone 80 yard already. 83 people in a 90 days. And you want to tell me say a good thing that? Eh? You want to tell me say police gone 83 people at Jamaica. Eh? Wiping out the population. Wiping out the young youth and I come tell me say because the youth have a gun. And you want to tell me say every day youth are fire for police? Just every day, so. Yesterday the police them shoot up a car with somebody. Shoot up the car, man, not the car. I've never seen them shit yet, you know. I've never seen this shit yet in my country, you know. And I don't want me to accept this shit on my platform. When me have these information, if me never have these information, I'm the dumb like some way. Me I say, yeah man, good job, police officer. No, people. This is murdering of the people. Me I tell you no. So all right. Only thing say crime they are foreign, Jamaica more than foreign. Let me ask you about gangs. No for the gangs out there. No foreign them learning tactics. A foreign for them learning tactics. Everybody knows that deportee on ramp. They're afraid of deportees. They come a foreign come learn them deadly tactics. Which part a Jamaican bad man can better than foreign bad man? You got white gangs, Mexican gangs. Look here, though. Let me talk about Filipino gang and Chinese gangs and black gangs. California is a place full of gangs. From north to south. San Francisco, Oakland, all the way to LA. Then you have the white biker gangs. You have the Hells Angel. Where they're from? We come America, come see them. Hells Angel, a gang, you know? Biker gang. We come America. How come the police can dismantle these gangs? Bloods and Crips. You see them on TV all the time. You see, come on social media and see them do the Crip move and Snoop Dogg still embrace it. How come the police not dirt down these youths, so? Man do prison time? Enough of them do hard times at prison. But how come every encounter, every encounter with the youth, if you got 83 dead in Jamaica already, I mean I show us Jamaica, no man. No, man, that's true. The people are not informed. Them believe are so far and stay. I want to talk. You go in the comment section, people say, move for you. Say, you can't talk. No America you live. Police have shot people over there like a dog. No. No. No, that's a lie. Do your research, and it will tell you a different story. If in America, police shoot over 260 in the whole United States, 268 people in the whole United States and 50 states. If you do it by state, check it up by states. If you're going by states and you divide up by states, you'll see how many killing in each state. If you should divide, 268 into 50, you'll see how much each state, 50 states in the people. You just see it so low. But Jamaica, the whole US have 268 murders in a 50 state. Jamaica got 83. And we said it's a crime fighting. A murder the youth them to impress what? The US to tell them lies about the crime down, but police are carry guns in school. What are optics? You try to tell them say crime down and police have gone everywhere like a war zone. Tourists are come to Jamaica, come see guns and man I get shot outside the police station when them just get released and bail. All kind of nonsense going on in Jamaica, people. The crime is up there, They just find somebody will chop up like a minced beef, dash or somewhere the other day, like a dead cow in a bush. People, the crime turn up. Several people me ask daily when them call me program, when people on the pan ground, me talk to people off air, me always ask them, how do you feel about crime? What is the perception of crime? And these boys are come tell us a crime down. You know why such man tell you that? Such man had 9 years to do stuff. The man going there. The only thing this man come up with that 28 bank account, $28 million a year are going at 28 bank account. Riches, when can't give account for. 2 hospitals mashed down in the major cities. But they get more money, more than double the amount of money where the PNP used to run the healthcare with. The PNP was running the healthcare with $60 billion annually. Then put it up to $140 billion. So that tell us $80 billion them added to that in 2023. In 2024, that's when the problem with the hospital them start ball out. And that's what they really hear after the 2023, the extra $80 billion added. We see the doctor come from foreign people. Them not doing a wonderful job. It makes sense. Yo, on a seat before no eyes. It's like supporting them people you support the death angel, like you want yourself to drop out. The major hospital, Kingston, very densely populated. Montego Bay, densely populated. People need these hospitals all the time. And when they don't have the hospital, what is going to happen to you? Not for we are fine right now, we are call the family and say, yo, you see a little bike we are ride about in the community. Me have been park the bike there, no boy. Not for we are call the family member of Jamaica and tell them, say, you see the bike there, we are ride about the place. Park the bike until we can see what going on with the health care. Plus we have the doctor them. We shout at doctor, people are sitting down in a chair and dead right now as it is. Now the Cuban doctor them gone. What is going to happen to we people? The healthcare crash after 9 years. And that's such man give it. In piss pan we and shit pan we get shit water in a pipe. And him are the minister of water, you know. Remember everything we touch crashing up people. Do you think so this man take it for improve it, me tell up on my platform? No man are going to take so many portfolio up under them to improve them. I believe that Andrew Ones take all his portfolio under him and choke them out. He was the Minister of Water at the end of his second term, 9 years. He might give us shit water. That's where we end up. After 9 years at the end of this man's term, after he promised so much, 2 major hospitals shut down, never happened yet under PNP. And PNP was only using $60 billion. Now the Labour right put up another $80 billion upon it and it get worse. At the end of your, and that you argue with. And you have the bars like a man rat. And the audacity coming to Jamaican people asking for another term. You give shitty water. 2 major hospitals useless. Cancer patients and so many people with hernia and some simple things are drop out. People who have a respirator in the hospital to save their life. Yo, people, what do do to themselves when they run behind a man? What do do to themselves? Someone will vote for the man and don't know, say, and all the next day when they go drop out. They're rotted. Eh? You want people to vote for you but 83 people you murdered Jamaica already. This man was a madman or something. You think murdering the people them at Jamaica gonna make you get vote? Because you see the Labour right them in the comment section and say, good job, boss, good job. And that's what doing the people because have you noticed the housing thing now work no more? Now go out and now push the housing stuff no more. Have you noticed? He now push the crime, nothing else him now push people. So when I push now are the crime. Remember him now push the economy, you know. The good economic management we can yam. Remember him now push that, you know. And remember, man, you remember? Let me remind you.
That is why we did something like the reverse tax credit. Never before in Jamaica's history, where the government is giving back to people who earn less than $3 million per year. Never before happened. That's a way in which we are making sure that the dividends of the good economic management reaches to the people. Yes, good economic management can yam.
Real ghetto claffy. You're the doctor, bro. Me no know no doctor speak like you. Move up. So after that, remember him that run for economic because what? Him a minister of economic growth and job creation. Listen to me, him a minister of housing. Him a minister of water. So him create this little ministry for himself, a little job for himself, and he go behind it and I push it. So him call himself the minister of economic growth and job creation, and he was pushing the economy and talk about good economic management can yam until him brethren bust him out. Listen.
Not good news. So the growth we have been having has come to an end. It is now decline. That's where we're into now. And as you heard from Dr. Henry there, for calendar year 2024, we are going to end the year poorer than how we started it, collectively in terms of our output of goods and services. Not good. And therefore, making the connection, the Prime Minister would have been aware of this. He would have been aware of this.
So after that, you're such man nowhere. I push no, a good economy, can yam, and this. Nothing, people. So guess what I'm take up now? The housing. You see, I give you housing now, people. Now, him call him, remember, Minister of Economic Growth and Job Creation. Remember that the ministry under him, that fail. Him now push that no more, because everybody can see say the economy can have a fixed road, toilet. He worse, people. Toilet hospitals. So run from that and go on housing. I give you housing, people. That now work, people. That now work the housing because the indigent argument come up with them a thief people land. Bust out pan him, people. So him left that and run gone a crime. Him there before these people and tell lie when they have to tell a lie. Now listen this here.
You have a voters list in Olympic Gardens of over 30,000 people. How many of them you think are criminals? Answer me. Give me a number. How many you think of them are murderers involved in murder? I can tell you that it is not more than 20.
What a man. People. Didn't you hear the people in them owner supporters I say a lot of them? You know, hear the man supporter him say in an area of 30,000 people, only 20 criminal. When him ask a question, his own supporters, he like the people from the same area. I tell the Prime Minister say a lot of them. Listen carefully, the Prime Minister tell them a big lie.
You have a voters list in Olympic Gardens of over 30,000 people. How many of them you think are criminals? Answer me. Give me a number. How many you think of them are murderers involved in murder?
A lot of them.
I can tell you that it is not more than 20.
Why the Prime Minister even have to put himself in that jam there? Man just lies until a man just create something. The people might tell us say a lot of them. I can tell you, not more than 20. People, this man wants to put him back in the office after the end of 9 years. Roads are not but pools. Crime are kill we. We can't go with beach. Take over river. White River rafting is no more under this man. You're talking about an attraction that was created by Jamaicans. Go up on the internet right now and look at the pictures of White River rafting. It is manned by locals. No more of that. This man have shut down the Blue Lagoon. After 9 years, 2 major hospitals, Cornwall Regional Hospital and Kingston Public Hospital, are the most densely populated area. People, you think it's a coincidence that the hospitals in the city them, 2 city them, is targeted? Because I almost see it is target. You can't take 300% raise and left the hospital unattended. So to target those hospitals, to make sure those hospitals inoperable, full of mold and all type of bullshit. After 9 years, the education system is in the mud. You can see people, there's no question. After 9 years, the healthcare system collapsed. After 9 years, police can't fight back crime, because crime are killing every day. You see it. All them do. After 9 years, I murder the youth them. After 9 years, they did not create anything for the youth them to move them from a life of crime to better the youth them life. After 9 years, all you have to award the youth them with is the maker. Meet the judge or the maker. So it seems as if they're not meeting the judge anymore because you guys have become the judge, the jury, and the executioner. So it seems as if it's just the maker alone. You guys, after 9 years, shoot to kill like a bird. And I question after 9 years, you tell injured people that you're not going to sell ambulance for them out of the mouth of a certified doctor. Are you still a doctor? After 9 years, you still can't tell how you come by your riches. After 9 years, your 100-year plans, promises have not come true. After 9 years, we still have not seen the impeachment process for politicians who steal. You're fighting the PNP for it not to go into the amended constitution where you can put it in right now. You have a chance to put it in. All those promises, you have a chance to put it in. But it just show you say you never have no intention to put it in at the first place. You just talk. Impeachment process after 9 years, we don't see that. Set date for election after 9 years, we don't see that. Term limit for prime minister after 9 years, we don't see that. Sleeping with windows and doors open after 9 years, we don't see that. Statutory declaration after 9 years, we're not certain. 4 years now, your statutory declaration not certain. So after 9 years, you can't get the shit right. After 9 years, you come back to us to vote and you don't even sign a code of conduct, which is a commitment to us, the people, that you are willing to do good by us. Be honest and serve us right in office. Do all the thing good. Hey, after 9 years, you can't even commit to us that you're going to do that. After 9 years, there's no commitment to us that you're not going to thief. People, they might not commit to we, you know. You don't make no commitment to us so I'm not going to the office go do skullduggery. There's no commitment. I want you guys to understand after 9 years. So now why should we allow you back? After 9 years, you shit up on Jamaica people. Because it seems we are getting shit water out of pipe for drink. What is going on here? And instead, when you come out here and say we can fix this and not politicize this stuff, we not put politics in it, we not come out to the nonsense. Push out somebody when not look too bright. Me know this nobody, but me say, if nobody know our educational background, educate me and make me know, say, no, Carlos, that woman now I'm bright woman. Because when I check social media, I can see about her credential. You know, it's just she a baby mama, a businesswoman who turned counselor. And that's how I see it. So as she attack against a man who went to school for that and him have that panic credential, she attack about the water and I tell me say, a top quality water where I get for drink. Can you trust these people? Can you trust these bunch people, the dirty boss? After 9 years, do you want to see the dirty boss again? Because whatever you're going to do, you have to do it for your youths, them, and do it for yourself. One thing you cannot do it for people, don't go back there. Me I beg you, don't do it again for this.
The rest of them who were there get $5,000 and a box lunch.
Don't do it for that, people. What me say? Don't do it for this.
The rest of them who were there get $5,000 and a box lunch.
Don't do that again, people. Do it for the future. Look on the hospital, people. Whether you vote for Labour at RPNP and you hear my voice. Look on it really good. Now you see the mask come off of the wall facade, just tear off of the hospital wall. They look pretty up at the front and, you know, make one little picture and paint up the front and put 2 new chair in it and little tile and put it on social media. How the hospital good. The whole PR stunt, the Jamaica people, I get hip with Andrew Holness and his PR team. The people are not stupid no more. The whole facade that come off people, the mask that come off of them face. No, you can't say for the whole 9 years up here lie they have been telling us. Just before the hospital crash, Tufton just have a job fear. People look how them and them wicked now. Look on it good. Try make sense of this. It no matter how you done spam a platform. A common sense run the world. Imagine just before the hospital crash. Tufton to fool we, PR stunt, you know, to make you believe it's glorious days in the healthcare system. Have these days. I mean, know it costs us millions of dollars. Them boy don't have no problem spending more money because it costs you over $3 million for even Ghana foreign right now. I travel places. So you don't have the problem to spend more money and waste it to fool we. PR stunt people. Have job days or several days of job fear. Where do I put these people? Where do I get money to pay them? When a couple days after that, me see nurses, people were graduated from nursing school, coming out so they can't find a job. Remember, you know, couple days before that, you have a job fear. Days of job fear. Make Jamaica people waste up their money. Come and talk to people and they say, several people tell me, say, I know they pick no get a job, no get a call, nothing. Several days of waste of Jamaica money. Can enough people go buy one new shoes, can them say must dress like cut puss, I want new blouse, I want shirt. Yeah, come there so you know Jamaica stay. They will put themselves together. Say if you go to your way, probably borrow one money, to buy one nice suit, so you can go there and it's job fear. The whole thing a PR stunt in my book. Here's what of it. You know what money that costs taxpayers to put on? Probably millions of dollars. If you should audit them. It probably costs millions of dollars for the little tent and the little labor right blogger where them have to pay and all these little people have to pay if you come make it look real. Why you think they have to get a labor right blogger? Fake with the people made, mess with the people made, pay gimmicks like your man go and say. Gimmicks, government people. Gimmicks. PR stunt. Couple days after that, nurses come out and I say, we can't find a job. It's like, me no want to do that for over there, so no damn lie. Because we can't find a job. And a couple days after that, we hear about the crisis at KPH. A&E shut down and them have to move patient. Remember, you're just a PR stunt. And with job fear, you have so much money ready to this and that. You also come out and tell us that money is not the problem. So why are we looking at mold? No dirty boss. Why are we looking at mold? Why we not treat this what Jamaica people do though? Why? Tell me the man. Look. After 9 years of this, we end up with Jamaica people. This is where we at. At this we end up. This is where we end up with after 9 years, people. This is where we at, my people. After 9 years, billions of dollars in healthcare. Mr. Tufton just had $80 billion in 2023. And in 2024, doctor come out a ball, foreign and yard doctor. After Mr. Tufton come tell me this.
This government has moved the health budget from $60 billion in 2016 to $140 billion in 2023. You would ask the Jamaican people, what have we gotten so far for this increase in budget?
A Sunday Gleaner probe has revealed a wanton breakdown in sanitation and maintenance at 11 of the island's public hospitals and health centres. The probe canvassed facilities in the parishes of Kingston, St. Catherine, Clarendon, Hanover, St. James and Westmoreland. And it featured 7 hospitals and 4 health centres. Bathrooms were located in accident and emergency rooms and other areas frequented by the public. The Savannah Lamar Hospital seemed the worst among those examined in the probe, with broken plumbing, water lock-offs and bathrooms that doubled as janitorial storerooms. At least 4 of the locations visited were without running water. At others, toilets had broken or removed flush handles. Some were without toilet bowl covers and had mucky floors. Authorities blamed unscrupulous visitors for some of the damage to the bathrooms, claiming that persons are stealing toilet components and stations.
I've been asking for tissue since I've been here. Yeah, but this is not. And there's still no tissue in any of the bathrooms. I've been asking for tissue since I've been here. I've been asking for tissue. No one's giving me any tissue. I also need another diaper. I need another diaper and I need some tissue. I've been asking for tissue since I've been here. Now she's mad because I'm using paper towels. What else am I supposed to do? Can I have a diaper, please? This shouldn't be like pulling teeth. This is. You don't provide those personal information. How am I supposed to know that when I'm not from here?
We called her, and we asked her if she could get my dad a bedpan, a urinal. Them not have none. And she had talked about, this is early in the morning, the lady talking about what she's going to eat for lunch. So we have all these people in here, doctor, nurse assistant, they're all having a good conversation, laughing, talking. other people coming in. I remember an older lady had a stroke and she came in next to my dad, and oh my God, the family was so upset because they weren't even treating it like an emergency. The woman was having, her right side of her face was just droopy, not opening her eyes. Back to my dad's story. So he was supposed to go to the bathroom. He kept complaining because there's a pressure in his, bladder because he's getting fluids. My sister and I had to get my dad up, all right? And the IV pole, no wheel on the IV pole. So guess what? My sister have to lift up the IV pole and me have to hold on to my father and get into the bathroom so he could pee, all right, with a neck brace. And then we're in the bathroom, no toilet paper, none. Anyway, I improvise. I left my purse outside because I didn't want a phone or nothing, so my husband are outside with my purse. I get one look up piece of toilet paper after my beg and get my father wipe up, bring him back to the bed. You should see myself and my sister with the IV pole. Lift up the IV pole because it can't drop on the ground. You understand? And that's how my father was able to pee after getting IV fluid in the hospital. And no matter how we ask what's going on, everything was on slow motion. No CT scan, he needed one. It took a long time for some Chinese doctor come around and say X, Y, and Z.
National in the Cayman Islands.
Up first this evening, officials at the Bustamante Hospital are on the defensive this evening amid suggestions by the Health Minister, Dr. Christopher Tufton, that they should also take responsibility for some of the issues plaguing the hospital.
TVJ's Kirk Wright spoke with Dr. Warren Blake, an orthopedic surgeon and consultant.
It has been a challenging few months at the Bustamante Hospital for Children. Orthopedic surgeon and consultant Dr. Warren Blake knows firsthand what medical staff had to do to keep the operations running. It is why he's concerned about the comments made by the Health Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton about the malfunctioning AC units in the operating rooms. The minister pointed to poor maintenance of the infrastructure by the hospital's administrators for some of the recurring problems. According to Dr. Blake, that's not the case. He referred us to a plan put in place back in April to fix the AC units in all operating rooms. He said if that plan was allowed to go ahead, problems with the AC units would be non-existent.
And that plan was to have been funded by the Chase Fund. The administration of the hospital was well involved in this, and when they sent to the ministry to get permission was denied. And the minister needs to also address the reasons why the permission was denied to go ahead with the plans earlier this year to fix the hospital. And it's because of this denial that's part of the major reason why we don't have any operating theatre functioning properly at the Children's Hospital at this time.
As it relates to suggestions that patients can do operations at the university hospitals of the West Indies, Dr. Blake says it's easier said than done.
In fact, one of our patients who were on the list for the mission was in fact sent to the university hospital to try and get her done through the hospital. She returned to us when she got an invoice for $1 million. All right, we were told that the invoice would probably have been waived, but when the mother faced with an invoice like that, she didn't want to go through all the problems to get the invoice waived, so she came back down to Bustamante Hospital.
Dr. Blake says for months now, he has had to be cancelling major surgeries because of problems with the hospital's AC unit. At the press conference, Minister Tufton also said it was difficult to get persons to maintain equipment. Dr. Blake stated the reason why contractors are reluctant to carry out servicing at public hospitals.
None of the suppliers want to maintain their equipment because they don't get paid. And if they do get paid, they get paid very late. So the ministry is looked upon as a very bad creditor.
Hear this. US Cable had said that Mr. Powell seems to essentially get away because he has managed to successfully forge alliances with his political superiors. Do you agree with that?
Well, they have analyzed it correctly. As I said before, the Prime Minister is complicit in this. She has taken no action that would suggest that the minister could not make such future mistakes. He's still a member of her cabinet.
What's the opposition going to do about this further?
What? The opposition is very strident against this. And, you know, those questions, what will the opposition do? The opposition can't unappoint the minister. The real question is, what is the government going to do about this?
What kind of pressure are you
It is a
going to exert?
discretion. I am adding pressure right now as I speak to you. We have written to the Prime Minister to make known our concerns. It is the Prime Minister who must act. And my job is to stimulate public opinion as well, so that the public is not misguided by opinion leaders who seem to be very comfortable with the low standard of governance that is being offered by this government.
What if the Prime Minister does nothing else, doesn't ask for his resignation or anything?
It reflects the kind of Prime Minister that we have, and the country must decide if we're comfortable with that.
Had you been Prime Minister, what would
my actions would be clear. My actions would be clear and decisive, and I make no bones about that. I believe in a very high standard of governance. He would not be a minister today.
His apology to the Contractor General, saying that if he had said anything that could be construed as a lack of respect for the Contractor General's office, he withdraws those statements and apologizes. What do you make of that?
You know, there are some lines that ministerially you don't cross. And apologies are not good enough to fix them when you have crossed them. He did that with the Contractor General. It shows a mind that does not respect the limits of his authority. And that's dangerous in a minister. And for a Prime Minister to accept that is to place the public's interest in peril as well.
Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy skin and we can't buy time. You can't fool me again.
People, make we listen to this. Out of the Peaks, out of the Maverick. Listen to this.
The incumbent party cannot be running an election. After 2 terms in office, the incumbent party cannot be running an election off of promises. And who out of bush like the PNP were out of bush now and I try to get in and them have to make the promises. A man were in an office for 9 years. A fair run for him achievements, you know, and him accomplishments, you know, and what him do already, you know.
Yep.
So this is what we are doing. We are doing some more and we do already. So give me 4 more or 5 more years and we continue to do what we are doing. But when you come after 9 years and I promise the people basic fundamentals, you know, some things when they put you there to do from your day, the first term, you know, they give you a bonus term on it. And you come after the end of the bonus term and I promise the things that you should do from day one. We don't think a smart politics in that. So we don't know if somebody can talk. Well, Brogan, me talk to you. Brogan, me give some free advice, you know. You see, for the rest of the campaign going forward, after 2 terms in office, the income.
When I hear me, people? Can you hear Carlos?
Can you hear me?
All right, let me freeze up on the laptop.
Yeah, can you hear me now? All right. I know I can't go up on my phone. When I hear me good? Yeah, until my laptop figure out in a freeze. Go out and go back in. So now, you hear that? Loud and clear, respect, General. So now, you hear that? You hear that? And I agree with what Maverick said right there. I don't agree with everything Maverick said, but when you must speak the truth, you have to speak the truth for your heart. And that's one of them. But watch this now.
This government has moved the health budget from $60 billion in 2016 to $140 billion in 2023. You would ask the Jamaican people, what have we gotten so far for this increase in budget?
My 2 granddaughter, my niece, and our son and another meet into an accident like that. 4 dead out of it. They had arrest them sick and in the hospital, in a Spanish town hospital. And she forget a scan for her head. And them have to say them don't have the machine, them don't have the scan for her head, them don't have no ambulance to carry her to next hospital. And me think that a part of slap me. See there, walk a collect it. See that? See that never reach it yet. See that? So no lie me up there. See that? Beg me up here, beg this. 35,000. We have to chomp up the money. The whole family we can't live bad. I chomp you up. And get a ambulance to move her. Give me. See that? See what we do. See what we have to do.
A family that stand together, she can never be a corpse in them.
People. Me have to play it again, you know. No, man, have to play. No, man, have to play it. After this.
This government has moved the health budget from $60 billion in 2016 to $140 billion in 2023. You would ask the Jamaican people, what have we gotten so far for this increase in budget?
The two granddaughter, my niece, and her son and another meet into an accident like that. 4 dead out of it. They had arrest them sick and in the hospital, in a Spanish town hospital. And she forget a scan for her head. And them have to say them don't have the machine, them don't have the scan for her head, them don't have no ambulance to carry her to next hospital. And me think that a part of slap me. See there, walk a collect it. See that? See that never reach it yet. See that? So no lie me up there. See that? Beg me up here, beg this. 35,000. We have to chomp up the money. The whole family we can't live bad. I chomp you up. And get a ambulance to move her. Give me. See that? See what we do. See what we have to do.
A family that stand together, she can never be a corpse in them hospital. Never in the name of Jesus.
When I go the last time, the toll was so dark. Me have some how them drive on the toll. Oh, then there's no light. It's dark. What kind of driving? Man can drive in the darkness. Mr. Tufton, ask you, please. Please, sir, me are begging you, please. Looking at the health department, them, the hospital, them need help, sir. And we need light on the toll.
This government has moved the health budget from $60 billion in 2016 to $140 billion in 2023. You would ask the Jamaican people, what have we gotten so far for this increase in budget? This government has moved the health budget from $60 billion in 2016 to $140 billion in 2023. You would ask the Jamaican people, what have we gotten so far for this increase in budget?
Family member, thank you guys for watching this video this morning. Thank you guys for participating in any way, shape, or form to push Jamaica forward. After 9 years, the man a shit pan way. The man are the Minister of Water, and I give a shit water. The man are the Minister of Housing, and I take away people land. The man is over the environment, and we don't stop get polluted rivers and kill off with fish. The man is over the Office of Disaster Preparedness and all that. We never get no warning the other day we have tsunami. There was a tsunami warning lasted 1 hour and 10 minutes in Jamaica. Government did not warn the people in Jamaica until 3 hours after. What other offices man have under him? We are run bad. Now the man got touch water. The man got touch economic growth and job creation. The man the minister. He feel that, so I show that to you guys, right? Now him there water. And look, after 9 years, my shit pan with people. This is the plan. Why you take all these office and put under you? Kill all the people and basically kill out the employees. Because you couldn't want to improve these offices and one man scoop up all these offices under you. No. I, on this platform, said it many times, and this is my belief, that I believe many of these offices will scrape up under you, now reduced to a file cabinet, or just a folder somewhere, no staff. And after saying that so many times on my platform, most recently me hear offices under you crying out for workers, say them short staff. How is it you have office where the Prime Minister take over and them short staff? It tell me say them a ball out because them inside and they see what's going on. All these offices are get choked out. Doge, they are Jamaica from 2016. Look good, me I tell you. Look good no man. Rasta man picking now wrong enough people. Me I tell you no man. Long time I tell them thing man. They try out everything pan with long time. Make him go with the needs and the cashless as what I'm to it. But they not care about with the people. Give me another term and try him out now. See what happen, boy. Thank you for watching this video, people. Do the water come to the people them after 9 years, brother. And water under you. You should have make sure we get high quality water. There should be no question about water. And we have so much grave I dig already for the people them. So we are kill them in the water. When they go to hospital, make sure that we don't have nothing to save them life. We are kill them in the food. Say not police go murder them. We are open the door and pushing gun in the youth them lap. We are kill them everywhere. We can't. And before me leave, more of us say something here. We can't look at this. Now, Mr. 28 bank account. Look on it good. It's the main part of the argument. Mark Golden act like say him born in the 1 bedroom on Cumberland Road and him used to shit in a plastic bag and throw you over gully. Well, the black man act like say him born with a gold spoon in their mouth. Me said it many times. That Mark Golden act like say him born in the ghetto, him a the black man, him born in a 1 bedroom. I him understand. He never born with gold spoon in their mouth. Such man here, him go on like him born with gold spoon in their mouth. You have the white man, we're born with gold spoon in their mouth. Several times take the black man, we're born in the ghetto among the people. Them say he's for the people, and you feel with pain and blah, blah, blah. But the white man have to take Andrew who feel with pain because it's supposed to be some black man like us. The white man take him to court many times. Why? For violating black constitutional rights. And the white man win many times. The white man took on the black man, took the black man to court for violating the rights of black people. I repeat, the white man, many, many times, Mark Golden, take the black man, Andrew Ones, to court many, many times for what? For violating black people constitutional rights. You don't believe that the black man take the white man to court to violate, who I look out for we? The black man or the white man? Look pretty good. Look good, man. That the white man have to take the black man to court on several occasions and win every time. Because the black man blatantly violate black people, throw them in a jailhouse, no charges, all type of abuse the black man. Cast on him people them. Him win and him poison people them. Is a white man. I fight the black man in a court to stop abusing black people. The white man act like say him born on Cumberland Road, out of 1 bedroom. And let me show you something else. The black man born poor. Him know about chimney. Him know about doing a plastic bag and dash over there. So him know about pit toilet. Him know about chimney under bed. The black man, born poor, 1 bedroom, So you know about chimney, man. You know about pit toilet in a backyard and them. You know about them things, man. So the black man who born that poor, never have no inheritance. His parents never wasn't rich. His father is a farmer, mother is a civil servant. No inheritance recorded that was left for him. The white man, on the other hand, is now a banker, investment banker. He was born with gold spoon in his mouth. Him born at the table where me da like to eat the crumbs off of. I did some Mark Golden born. Me da like, in my time, I grew up, me da eat the crumbs off a Mark Golden table. I them the type of man there in Jamaica. Him born with the gold spoon in his mouth. Now the man is an investment banker. And who do you believe me say? The black man who born in the ghetto, in a 1 bedroom, have 28 bank account. Never do no job, Never do no job before. Just look teaching. He was no principal. All his life in a politics. He have 28 bank account. None of the bank account that we hear his wife is on. Think about it. You have 28 bank account and a wife not depend on one of them. The black man, who born poor, out of 1 bedroom, The white man who born with gold spoon in his mouth. Born rich. And him add to the riches when born with. Due to his work. Did you know that that white man only have 3 bank account? And him have a wife on him account? Makes sense out of that. The white man only have 3 bank accounts. The investment banker. 3 bank accounts. The poor black man where come from nothing. All the politics him know. Spend a little time teaching. He was no principal. Rich and don't know how him get it. And even though the man have 28 bank accounts and all his riches, he can't tell him get it. It's going 4 years, him cannot. His statutory declaration cannot be certified by the Integrity Commission. Disrespectful to the people. And with the bars and the guards where him have, looking for us to vote for him again. The white man who born rich, we always take him to court for violating black rights. The white man is blacker than him. The white man take over black people many times in a court, many times in free black people from the owner black man. The white man people sign the code of conduct. The white man's statutory declaration have been certified. The white man is more true to the black community than the own black man. That's what I say. Black leaders are the worst. From the Caribbean to Africa. Black leaders are the worst. It is full time. Mark Golden getting full chance. We gave Andrew Holness a full shot. No itches, no glitches. Jamaica loves such man. He won my heart when he must speak and act like he have integrity. The whole thing was a con and a lie. And a dark day in Jamaica. And I was sitting in Parliament with Richard Azan. It was a facade. It was all a lie and a con. Him speak what him know the people want to hear. Even now in our politics, but people get to understand him now, so they not trust him. The man lost credibility. And after 9 years, you're coming with your goddamn promises. People, I'm going to leave you with the Maverick. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. My name is Jamaican Carlos, man. I'm out.
The incumbent party cannot be running.
After 9 years, people, remind you. After 9 years.
The incumbent party cannot be running an election. After 2 terms in office, the incumbent party cannot be running an election off of promises. And who out of bush like the PNP were out of bush now and I try to get it and them have to make the promises. A man were in an office for 9 years. A fear run on him achievements, you know, and him accomplishments, you know, and what him do already, you know. So this is what we are doing. We are give some more and we do already. So give me 4 more or 5 more years and we continue to do what we are doing. But when you come after 9 years and I promise the people basic fundamentals, you know, some things when they put you there to do from your day, the first term, you know, they give you a bonus term on it. And you come after the end of the bonus term and I promise the things that you should do from day one. I don't think that's smart politicking that. So I don't know if somebody can talk. Well, Brogan, me talk to you. Brogan, me give some free advice, you know. You see, for the rest of the campaign going forward, after 2 terms in office,
And something to think about. Jamaican callers are running road. Show up, don't work, but relax your pants and shirt. So me tell them again, some wanna know themselves, don't know themselves, don't know themselves. Some wanna know themselves, don't know themselves. Never forget where you are come from. Some y'all don't know themselves, don't know themselves, don't know themselves. Some y'all don't know themselves, don't know themselves. Now me know some gal, don't know themselves. Go like them better than everybody else. Now me know some boy, don't know themselves. Go like them bridges too big for them belt. Now me know some gal, don't know themselves. Go like them better than everybody else. Now me know some boy, don't know themselves. No show off at the colors and we no brag about well, some man a go like they never go a bush and use bush fit show and wet up their pants foot. Some man a go like wood we never look the motor like the way carry the load make whip you. Remember when me a Bobby all a talk about cook tin mackerel we a talk about enough fish off a hook. My brethren must just say call me a chicken foot back it up in some flour and we never talk books. Remember the one choose the one with the king where the bottom wear down and the heel kinda sing. So that me wonder what people think when a boot away. Me say what about sting? Some man a go like them a foreign link like them band in a foreign go a school in a ming. You can't forget where you used to fight chink anyway the chink bite you scratch it till the ping. Some wanna know themselves, don't know themselves, don't know themselves. Some wanna know themselves, don't know themselves. Never forget where you are come from. Some y'all don't know themselves, don't know themselves, don't know themselves. Some y'all don't know themselves, don't know themselves. Now me know some gal, don't know themselves. Go like them better than everybody else. Now me know some boy, don't know themselves. Go like them bridges too big for them belt. Now me know some gal, don't know themselves. Go like them better than everybody else. Now me know some boy, don't know themselves. No show off at the colors and we no brag about when me a go a school, ballet me used to wear. Trying to make water wet up the one pier. Down up a basket, down a Sinclair. Can't buy clocks and cougar too dear. One shirt me have, make sure it don't tear. One khaki pants, make sure it never smear. No mama have a piece of ass up a pear. Mal chop me a go because me name have a fear. Well, you know much water. We used to big all the 5 gallon bucket balance pan we head. Twist and return, almost dead. Boy, all we had to try no bust mama keg. Remember junking early, long time him dead. Jacking Cadaros with the nothing meg. Remember when me used to buy water bread and yam rice on the calabash on the poker dread. Some wanna know themselves, don't know themselves, don't know themselves. Some wanna know themselves, don't know themselves. Never forget where you are come from. Some y'all don't know themselves, don't know themselves, don't know themselves. Some y'all don't know themselves, don't know themselves. Now me know some gal, don't know themselves. Go like them better than everybody else. Now me know some boy, don't know themselves. Go like them bridges too big for them belt. Now me know some gal, don't know themselves. Go like them better than everybody else. Now me know some boy, don't know themselves. No show off at the colors and we no brag about well. Sure, nothing me go through. When me I grew up because mama and I work. Things kinda tough. Daddy plan can and gungo and I pray for bus. The flower done at this morning, mama use the last dust. Turn Camille me eat before dust and me get up in the morning say the rest me I go brush. Me love turn Camille, you know the pat cross. Looking at the pot now and Roach get the fuss. Roach in the Camille, so me say alright. Gone up a bush because mango just right. First mango me get hold it, give it a little bite. Hold it up and you squeeze it up nice. Suck it like a titty and squeeze it up.
off, me never feel right. Me gas kinda wet, me take off like kite. Diarrhea, me belly run like a standpipe. Some boy don't know themself, don't know themself, don't know themself. Some boy don't know themself, don't know themself. Never forget where you are come from. Some y'all don't know themself, don't know themself, don't know themself. Some y'all don't know themself, don't know themself. Now me know some gal, don't know themself. Go like them better than everybody else. Now me know some boy, don't know themself. Go like them riches too big for them belt. Now me know some gal, don't know themself. Go like them better than everybody else. Now me know some boy, don't know themself. No show off at the college and we no brag about well.
Mr. Politician, gonna take a walk in the ghetto. Them say too bad and them now go down. Mr. Politician, gonna take a walk in the ghetto. Them say too bad and them now. Well, I'm Mr. Politician, gonna take a walk in the ghetto. Them say too bad and them now go down. Mr. Politician, gonna take a walk in the ghetto. Them say too bad and them now.
Bienvenido a mi barrio, bienvenido al ghetto. Desde pequeño he aprendido a mantenerme en el juego, aunque cada vez se pone más intenso, parcero. La vida no es un juego, de donde yo vengo es muy fácil distinguir entre faltas o realidad, entre lo bueno y lo malo, entre lo oscuro y lo claro. Hay que mirar al pasado, pero vivir el presente, un objetivo trazado y no todo es billete. Mantenerlo aprendido y arrastrar el grillete, la mente abierta en el suelo de la escena. No voy en contra de nadie y solo canto mis penas. Y quisiera no discriminaciones raciales o clases sociales. De alguna manera todos somos iguales, más se definen todos los factores reales y salen a la luz los que a sus palabras reales y rolares de rey.
Mr. Politician, gonna take a walk in the ghetto. Them say too bad and them now go down. Mr. Politician, gonna take a walk in the ghetto. Them say too bad and them now. Well, I'm Mr. Politician, gonna take a walk in the ghetto. Them say too bad and them now go down. Mr. Politician, gonna take a walk in the ghetto. Them say too bad and them now.
Come and walk through the ghetto with me. Soldiers pulling metal with me. Women on the corner and stilettos kiss me. Politicians, yeah, I wish you could see us. Had to meet us, live with us on the corner where we bagging reefer. Get so hot you thought you had a fever. And I ain't bragging either. Top just got shot, big banging heaters. It's only right that I had to speak up. You probably sitting at the desk with your feet up. We stressed and we need.
And the way you got us feeling, you about to turn me to the devil. For the ice in the vessel, it's the knife for the shovel. Rather dig my own grave than spend my life in a kennel. But it's strife, it ain't right, come spend a night in my ghetto. We live from the ghetto, you won't ride through the ghetto, you too scared. You ain't gonna survive in the ghetto like you care. You 1,000 miles from the ghetto, bet you change everything if you had a child in the ghetto.
Mr. Politician, gonna take a walk in the ghetto. Them say too bad and them now go down. Mr. Politician, gonna take a walk in the ghetto. Them say too bad and them now. Well, I'm Mr. Politician, gonna take a walk in the ghetto. Them say too bad and them now go down. Mr. Politician, gonna take a walk in the ghetto. Them say too bad and them now. Judge and lawyer come from the ghetto. Nurses and doctors come from the ghetto. Police and soldier come from the ghetto. Artists and actors come from the ghetto. Mason and carpenter come from the ghetto. Youth with good character come from the ghetto. Good-hearted neighbor come from the ghetto. Them say too bad and them now go down. Mr. Politician, gonna take a walk in the ghetto. Them say too bad and them now go down. Mr. Politician, gonna take a walk in the ghetto. Them say too bad and them now. Well, I'm Mr. Politician, gonna take a walk in the ghetto. Them say too bad and them now go down. Mr. Politician, gonna take a walk in the ghetto. Them say too bad and them now.
Labor right wing we paint we toss we back. Them a give we pay beating across we back. Them a take get to youth, them feel off in stock. Tired of long talking time we start to act. How many times politicians have to fool you before you learn? We need a change. Me not just a politician cause enough of them a thief. Nepotism, cronyism, bloody contract them a get. Pattern up the pocket go on like say we no see it. Get to you no have no job and hospitals no have no sheet. Or make it just some politician when enough of them a cheat. Pattern up the pocket nobody no pay fee. Too much of them at the cookie jar enough of them a tweet. Stealing from the sufferer sometimes me wonder how them sleep. How many times politicians play with your mind before you learn? That's not okay, yeah. How many times politicians have to fool you Before you learn, we need a change. From Westmoreland to Portmore, St. Thomas to Iron Shore, Jamaica for sale, but not to the poor. Not even the blind would have sell him on door. Politicians if we trust them, but without them, what are them corrupt us? So the youth them talk about them. With the street that what you promise, that you must out them. You we no member all the soldier little scout them. How many times politicians play with your mind before you learn? That's not okay, yeah. How many times politicians have to Labor right wing we PNP toss we back. Them a give we pay beating across we back. Them a take get to youth, them feel off in stock. Tired of long talking time we start to act. How many times politicians have to fool you before you learn? We need a change. Me not just a politician cause enough of them a thief. Nepotism, cronyism, bloody contract them a get. Pattern up them pocket go on like say we no see it. Get to you no have no job and hospitals no have no sheet. Or make it just some politician when enough of them a cheat. Pattern up them pocket nobody no pay a fee. Too much of them at the cookie jar enough of them a tweet. Stealing from the sufferer sometimes me wonder how them sleep. How many times politicians play with your mind before you learn? That's not okay, yeah. How many times politicians have to fool you before you learn? We need a change. From Westmoreland to Portmore, St. Thomas to Iron Shore, Jamaica for sale but not to the poor. Not even the blind would have sell him on door. Politicians if we trust them, but without them, what are them corrupt us? So the youth them talk about them. With the street that what you promise, that you must out them. You we no member all the soldier little scout them. How many times politicians play with your mind before you learn? That's not okay, yeah. How many times politicians have to fool you before you learn? We need a change. When politicians have I vote, oh no, we take them money and can them and go along your yard go cook a boat. Well, on a very serious note, check the background of the man them who send get a youth go gun quote. Wicked youth. Labor right thing we PNP toss we back. Them a give we pay beating across the back. Them a take get a youth them feel off in stock. Tired of long talking time we start to act. On the election time we see up on the turn. Keep on the money, give the youth them work. Nobody give me chicken, left the charity for church. Before you dash the money, fix the road them first. Take a look at money, me see them dash when the election I buy vote. And no youth have tablet. You know long want to speak my mind. Rastafari. We have to speak the truth. Them have to kill me dead. All when me dead, them can't kill me said. Now we have to speak the truth. Them have to kill me dead. All when me dead. Whoa. I'm from the beautiful land of Jamaica, land of sunshine and the best reggae maker. From me was a little boy from dollar a paper. Pay corruption a poor people paper. Them creating killer, thief and raper. Youth graduate from college done hotel waiter. Politician them matter but them will get better later. Only man the prophet of the undertaker. The truth, but what we kill we dead. And when me dead, them can't kill when me said. Now we have to speak the truth. Them have to kill me dead. And when me dead, them can't kill when me said. Now, whoa, things out of hand in a all kind of man. A motor vehicle examiner and the biggest scammer. Them scam me nephew, me niece and me mama. Wonder when the government a go put down the hammer. Police respect your uniform, the oath on the way honor. No in a rum bar and a drink till the stomach. Embarrassment to the force with on the vulgar grammar. Jump in a your car almost kill nana. Office speak the truth, no one fi kill me dead. And when me dead, them can't kill them, me said. Now we have to speak the truth, no one fi kill me dead. No one when me dead, them can't kill them, me said. Now, well, this a topic when me want to get wild and why so much pretty fall they pan me island. A Jamaica me at a bone, no one not Thailand. Big man dead, they want to take a lick of picking in island. Pity for the stop, government figure off at them. Look on the size and left me look at that of them. Bring them in a jailhouse, make the judge slaughter them in a prison. When they feel the rat again, I'll be speak the truth. Them have to kill me dead. And when me dead, them can't kill when me said. Now me have to speak the truth. Them have to kill me dead. And when me dead, them can't kill when me said. Now,
Politician, for your time now, open your ears all. The citizen in charge of the seat that you hold when election done. You remember us all, not even go fix to patrol. Can't meet with basic needs, then what is your role? The youth they want better road and light pan pole. Youth they want job and money in a bill full. Politician me say make no so cold. So we have to speak the truth, them have to kill we dead. And when me dead them can't kill when me said now. We have to speak the truth, them have to kill me.
I don't discriminate. Discrimination is not my place. No. Most of you to discriminate and a shave your brow and a bleach face. Sure. So me not bleach, me skin, me not wear no straight jean. Not shave me your brow, fi look like no drag queen. Not show no brief, that a funny man dream. Fi me build a fit tight like a soldier in a green. No me not bleach, me skin, me not wear no straight jean. Not shave me your brow, fi look like no drag queen. Not show no brief, that a funny man dream. Fi me build a fit tight like a soldier in a green. Woman me love a woman alone me talk to. Me not like funny man boy, tell me who ask you. Looking at your mirror, you know I look in glass. To go to San Francisco, funny man I pass you. Yo, big man I style them ear like a child. And a sport baby ear them a brush all the while. Not just on your house, so make out a style. Them a shop and the girl them eye. So me not bleed. I don't discriminate. Discrimination is not my place. No. Most of you to discriminate and a shave your brow and a bleach face. Sure. So me not bleach, me skin, me not wear no straight jean. Not shave me your brow, fi look like no drag queen. Not show no brief, that a funny man dream. Fi me build a fit tight like a soldier in a green. No me not bleach, me skin, me not wear no straight jean. Not shave me your brow, fi look like no drag queen. Not show no brief, that a funny man dream. Fi me build a fit tight like a soldier in a green. Whoa, woman me love a woman alone me talk to. Me not like funny man boy, tell me who ask you. Looking at your mirror, you know I look in glass. To go to San Francisco, funny man I pass you. Yo, big man I style them ear like a child. And a sport baby ear them a brush all the while. Not just on your house, so make out a style. Them a shop and the girl them eye. So me not bleach, me skin, me not wear no straight jean. Not shave me your brow, fi look like no drag queen. Not show no brief, that a funny man dream. Fi me build a fit tight like a soldier in a green. No me not bleach, me skin, me not wear no straight jean. Not shave me your brow, fi look like a drag queen. Not show no brief, that a funny man dream. Fi me build a fit tight like a soldier in a green. Whoa. Serious in a life, me no laughing. Solid in a body, me no soppy. Nah, follow no man go a T-shop fi coffee. You see the pants when me wear fi me girl take off. Yes. Some a say fi bungy every day. Them a discriminate and put it on display. From the other day, some youth a go the other way. Some of them look like a catfish fillet. So me not bleed, me skin, me not wear no straight jean. Not shave me your brow, fi look like no drag queen. Not show no brief, that a funny man dream. Fi me build a fit tight like a soldier in a green. No me not bleed, me skin, me not wear no straight jean. Not shave me your brow, fi look like no drag queen. Not show no brief, that a funny man dream. Fi me build a fit tight like a soldier in a green. I don't discriminate. Discrimination is not my place. No. Most of you to discriminate and a shave your brow and a bleach face. Sure. So me not bleach, me skin, me not wear no straight jean. Not shave me your brow, fi look like no drag queen. Not show no brief, that a funny man dream. Fi me build a fit tight like a soldier in a green. No me not bleach, me skin, me not wear no straight jean. Not shave me your brow, fi look like no drag queen. Not show no brief, that a funny man dream. Fi me build a fit tight like a soldier in a green. Whoa, woman me love a woman alone me talk to. Me not like funny man boy, tell me who ask you. Looking at your mirror, you know I look in glass. To go to San Francisco, funny man I pass you. Yo, big man I style them ear like a child. And a sport baby ear them a brush all the while. Not just on your house, so make out a style. Them a shop and the girl them eye. So me not bleach, me skin, me not wear no straight jean. Not shave me your brow, fi look like no drag queen. Not show no brief, that a funny man dream. Fi me build a fit tight like a soldier in a green. No me not bleach, me skin, me not wear no straight jean. Not shave me your brow, fi look like a drag queen. Not show no brief, that a funny man dream. Fi me build a fit tight like a soldier in a green. Whoa. Serious in a life, me no laughing. Solid in a body, me no soppy. Nah, follow no man go a T-shop fi coffee. You see the pants when me wear fi me girl take off. Yes. Some a say fi bungy every day. Them a discriminate and put it on display. From the other day, some youth a go the other way. Some of them look like a catfish fillet. So me not bleed, me skin, me not wear no straight jean. Not shave me your brow, fi look like no drag queen. Not show no brief, that a funny man dream. Fi me build a fit tight like a soldier in a green. No me not bleed, me skin, me not wear no straight jean. Not shave me your brow, fi look like no drag queen. Not show no brief, that a funny man dream. Fi me build a fit tight like a soldier in a green. Tight pants are better than the knees. Man pants they have room like the ocean breeze. Now wear no pants with me private a squeeze when me want pass. Guess me have to do it with ease. If you not funny man, turn in on your lane or come out the closet and tap complain. I rush funny man and I call them name and no for who no look just the same. So me not bleed me skin, me not wear no stretch jeans, not shame me eyebrow, fi look like no drag queen. Not show no brief that a funny man dream. Fi me build a fit tight like a soldier in a green. No me not bleed me skin, me not wear no stretch jeans, not shame me eyebrow, fi look like no drag queen. Not show no brief that a funny man dream. Fi me build a fit tight like a soldier in a green. Oh you fi discriminate and none of we no better. Judge alone hold we faith any time we live here. Just go and hold your place, know where you a put a cripper. Now stop up me features fi look like Mama Pepper. I love me and preach me no and a vendetta. No poor nose and me nah wear no setter. Me nah rush nobody and go tell them feel it. Spirit and tear must go together in unity. Oh yes sir. Me skin me nah wear no stretch jeans. Nah shame me eyebrow fi look like no drag queen. Nah show no brief that a funny man dream. Fi me build a fit tight like a soldier in a green. No me nah bleed me skin me nah wear no stretch jeans. Nah shame me eyebrow fi look like no drag queen. Nah show no brief that a funny man dream. Fi me build a fit tight like a soldier in a green.
Well, me go up and all suffer them dumpling and butter money. Me no have enough. I would have water me have to go for over the hill down in the gutter like a big wig choker. Yes, it could have was but they only make me tougher. Politician, them are out of their pocket is getting buffer. Road getting rougher and the youth them still a suffer. Turn the youth they been a cusser and gunshot buster money. Me no have enough and they pay hire more worker now. We not in a them foolishness and we not join them politics and we not in a them craziness. It must get better. She wow. We not in a them foolishness and we not join them politics and we don't know them prejudice. It must get well. Things are better. Booty lean and no lean on me sweater. Hungry a bite a mouth long like alligator. Bill collector calling and no stop send letter. Cap and bit to truck gone to the taker. Run out of salt and me can't buy paper. Landlord come over the biggest troublemaker. People losing job and employment get lesser. Things are to be better cause we are the trend. We not in a them foolishness and we not join them politics and we not in a them bag of tricks. It must get better. Yo, we not in a them foolishness and we don't know them prejudice and we not join them bag of tricks. It must get pampas she can buy. Baby get wetter, mama raise him alone, daddy he must step a shop the water predator. And child get a just the mercy of the maker, she no drive for arborator. Buy a little car, one V double jetta. Jumping off a touch, she have to call for the wrecker. Bigger head sit down in a them multiple decker. One school bag for John, school book for Rebecca. Yo, we not in a them foolishness and we not join them bag of tricks and we don't sure. Jamaican call us out. Check me out on iTunes, must get better. Good tune, yeah?